Buffer's Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Casino app. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday to all across the Delaware Valley as we kick off a fun few days. Football. And of course, the Phillies now off day go to Arizona as we wind down September, an eye on the playoffs. So let's get to the Phillies angst, right? Like every day we live in angst in Philadelphia sports, our little bubble, right? I love our little bubble. I just want to live in our bubble, right? The bubble of Philadelphia sports. All the external world stuff that goes on, I want out, all right? I just want to be in our little bubble. I can imagine it being like a snow globe. You ever see those Christmas Village snow globes where you shake it and there's the snow? I want to live in this. It's like our sports complexes, right? Imagine our little. In fact, somebody should make it. It should be our sports complexes, and then all of our just us, right? And we live it, and we shake it up, and confetti comes down, right? Because it's all of our parades. That's the world I want to live in. So let's take a look at some of the angst, and it begins with last night. The Phillies finally lose. And they ran into Blake Snell, who pitched an absolute gem last night. I mean, 12 strikeouts, allowed 2 hits, shutout ball. I mean, he looked great, right? All right, it's going to happen. And right away, the first thought that people have is, oh my God, here they go. They're going to struggle. The bats are going to go silent. And I implore you not to feel that way. Not to have that sort of energy going into the playoffs. Not trying to expect them to go quiet. I can't promise that the bats won't go silent, but I do feel really good going into this October as opposed to last October. Now, we saw 2 years ago the bats go silent in game 6 and 7 against Arizona, and I get it, right? It's always there. And then the Met thing was ugly last year. I look at this team, and first of all, they're the best team in the National League, right? From top to bottom. The fact that you add Duran is a huge deal because you have a legitimate closer. Like, you really need to get just to the 8th inning. Right? And if there's 1 out in the 8th, 2 outs in the 8th, you can bring him in. But if you get through it to have a lead going into the 9th, I feel great about Durant. I do. I just think he is the perfect kind of closer you want, who throws hard, who's a strikeout guy. I go back to that one Mets game. It was the Monday night game, the first game of that series the Phillies swept, and they had runners on second and third. McNeil hit it it was somebody. It was Vientos. Hit a double, and it was second and third, 1 out. Phillies are up by 1. And, fly ball, ground ball gets the run home to tie the game. But Duran was able to strike out McNeil and then Alvarez, and you extinguish it. And having a strikeout pitcher, a strikeout closer is a big deal. It's something they haven't had in any of these runs, right? If you remember, go back to the great run of 22 with the Astros in the World Series. They had, Topper had to use Alvarado, and he had to overuse Alvarado. So by the 4th appearance, the Astros had a beat on him. He doesn't have this. As much as I like, when Alvarado's good, he's very good, but he's still not the closer that Duran is. So you check mark that. You check mark your first 3 starters. I mean, look, Luzardo was good last night. I mean, kept you in the game, couple nicks here and there, but he's going to give you a quality start, I believe. And Sanchez is great, and Ranger has just turned things around, and he looks great. So you're good for your first 3. Now I know the 4th starter, whether it's going to be Bueller, Nola, Walker, any of the grouping for a bullpen game. It's probably what it's going to be. Then let's go to the lineup. They feel different, right? Like they feel different than last year when they played 500 ball from June on. Like they were spotty offensively. During this recent hot streak, you've seen Marsh, and now Marsh has had really an entire second half where he's been good since the All-Star break. He's been legitimate. Harper looks like he's coming around, like he could carry it, and he looks like he's rounding into that kind of form. You got Schwarber. The beauty of this whole thing is you have Turner waiting to come back. Like you've been doing this without Trey Turner. That's a huge accomplishment to play this kind of ball without Trey Turner. Now you got the addition of Bader. And I think Bader, because of the way he approaches things, like, I'll go bang, bang, like him and Schwarber. But the way he approaches things, he's just a gritty ball player. And they needed that. They lacked that in the outfield, that gritty ball player. The dude he's very good defensively. He's got some plucky power, right? He's going to make things happen. He's like a dirt dog. He reminds me of those Red Sox players when they had that lineup and it was there were the dirt dogs. That's who Bader reminds me of. You're going to get Bone back. I do think that this lineup shouldn't go like lambs. I know last night it happened, but you're going to add players to it. And yeah, there might be a game where, a Snell or somebody has a great, outing and does that. But I don't think they're going to go cold for a whole October. I don't. I think they have enough to make a real run. I feel confident about that. And obviously, baseball playoffs, to me, are the biggest crapshoot of any sport. Just because the nature of hitting, the nature of who gets hot. And there's always one guy. I don't need to tell you about Cody Ross in 2010 when he was with the Giants and you ran into that. Like, I don't need to tell you that there's guys that are going to come up and just be a hero. I'm thinking that could be Bader. Bader's got I could totally close my eyes. Today we have Pat McClune on from the editor's desk, and I can see a headline where it's, Bader is the MVP nucleus guy that has a bunch of timely hits, and we're talking about how great Dombrowski was getting Bader at the deadline, right? I could see that in a big way. So I feel great going into this October. I feel much better than I did last year. And truthfully, the year before, I felt pretty good because it was the Braves, and we owned the Braves, and they beat the Braves, and I didn't expect Arizona at all. But I feel good, man. I feel good going. I think it's a red October, and I can't let one game like last night kind of ruin my vibe. Speaking of vibes, our man VG.
I'm a vibesman?
Yeah, you are. You're
being the Stubbs man?
You were the Stubbs.
All right. I can roll with that.
You have a great vibe.
Yeah. Small, tiny, weak. Yeah. I'm in. Stubbs.
You're
Stubbs.
You're a little tiny and weak.
Yeah.
You're tall, but you're
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Weak. But
yeah, let's pass them around the beer bong, hang out. We play some music.
We had a conversation. What did we say? Oh, I poked you.
No. Yeah, you're poking me like
I was a poke or whatever.
It feels like a pipe going into my ribs, between my ribs and my cartilage.
And I
got scar tissue over there, dude.
I just walked over I walked through the studio and I just gave him a finger. And he went, ugh.
Yeah.
And what did I say? You got to eat something about being a vegan. And I said, you got to eat some meat.
Oh, no, that was it. I was trying to impersonate your voice. You're like, no, you got to get a little deeper.
Yeah, no,
you probably can't. Like you can't because you don't eat enough meat. I can't talk in a deep voice because I don't eat meat.
He was trying to imitate me, and he's talking like Al Capone. Yeah, see? Yeah. I'm like, no, dude, you got to say it. I was playing about these chairs. Like, I hate these chairs. I'm like,
yeah, I said, I want
to
take a pipe to these chairs here.
Right, chairs. Like, I don't speak like that. But you got to be deeper. You got to eat meat.
Yes,
get
true.
depth.
Yeah, I need more cured meats in my diet, please. Yeah.
Nobody said cured. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Good protein.
Yeah.
Like
rare meat.
Like our friends who give us the
jerky.
The jerky.
I had some jerky last night.
Righteous Felon.
Yeah, I had some of their turkey last night. I'm trying. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get the meat. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get to the Phillies. And Snell was tremendous last night.
Yeah, he has his moments.
Listen, he's got great stuff. He's good. But I can't let one night freak me out.
Not in the context of the night. I mean, there was the hangover game, and they came back. But once you clinched the series, you got the division, you clinched the series. It's been 12 days since they've had a day off. They got a day off today. Last night, I didn't even make it through the whole game. It was I feel like it was you knew the game was, for them to sweep the Dodgers was going to be a lot. So I feel good, man. I feel as good as yesterday afternoon. I feel like this is their year. There's something going on. I was pulling some stats. Their hard hit rate, they're 4th at MLB. Last year they were 9th. Their barrel percentages, they're 10th. Last year they were 14th. Pitches seen, they're 9th in baseball. They were 16th last year. They've changed their approach. Casty's platooning, that makes a difference. Rojas not being your center fielder is a big difference. Kepler is what we wanted Austin Hayes to be. So, I mean, I feel like they're in a much better shape right now.
No, I love how you laid that out, because the outfield was a major issue, a major problem. Like, outfield the outfield positions are positions of offense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it, center field, you need good defensive center field, but really you got to get
something.
You got to get offense from your outfielders. Like, you need it.
Yeah.
And they got nothing. They had nothing. Their outfield, you mentioned it. I mean,
Rojas was terrible.
Rojas was unplayable.
Yeah, he's not even a major league player.
He wasn't even that good of a center fielder, right?
No, never lived up to the hype.
He was unplayable. Marsh was not good. Cassie had his moments. And you looked at after that, you had nothing. Nothing. You mentioned Austin Hayes. He got that, what was it?
Kidney infection. Yeah.
And that wrecked him. I mean, he wound up having a good year this year in Cincinnati, but that wrecked him. Now, you're set. Like, having Bader is a big deal. I love that dude.
Huge addition.
I love Bader. I liked him when they started. I felt good that I liked it. I didn't think he would do this, but I told you I liked it. I like him as a guy's been around baseball and
he's got postseason experience.
Yeah, man, he's got that way about him. Again, I go back to the dirt dog thing. He reminds me of a dirt dog, and you like him. And I agree, having Kepler is big. The fact that Topper was able to breathe life into him when we all thought he was on the road to DFA'd.
Yeah, and I think it was Bob Nightingale. Twins were laughing when they signed him.
Yeah.
And he's making hard contact right now.
Twins. But I can't be upset at the Twins. I always want to thank the Twins because we did get Durant off the Twins.
And that's the biggest difference of the Phillies of the last 2 years. I mean, I can't explain it. It's such an improvement, man. It's such a difference. We don't have Kimbrel. I mean, Hoffman was fine while he was here, but not playoff tested. And Durant is just a flamethrower. They haven't had that. And it's a huge difference.
And then
Kirkering.
No, he worries me.
I mean, if there's a worry in a bullpen, because he's going to be in some high leverage spots.
I would go more Strom makes me feel comfortable.
Yes, I agree.
So I feel comfortable with Strom over Kirkering, but
yeah,
Kirkering's a shame. He's got great stuff. He does. He's got just electric stuff.
Yeah, he just makes that mistake every now and then,
and that's
right over the meat.
But again, if you could get like Sanchez is going to give you 7, hopefully 8, but he's going to give you 7. And you got to hope Ranger and Luzardo can do the same thing.
Yeah, and
get into the 7th.
I'm good with that, but even 6, I kind of feel like.
Well, I'm saying get into the 7th. Give me 6 in the 3rd. 6 in the 3rd.
Perfect.
Right?
Yes, I'm set up. Yeah, I feel good. Trey Turner's changed his approach. It's not going to be the same. I mean, Nick was swinging in the air, like whiffing like he does the last night.
It's because he's been away from Joey.
Yes.
We need Joey.
He's more time in the pool.
We might have to send Joey on the road with the Phillies so he can hang with Nick.
Yes.
Because
they're neighbors, and they swim
so
together.
Our little Joey Marone, is neighbors with Castellanos, and they're really good buddies. Nick loves Joey.
Mm-hmm.
So when Joey's around him, he does well. But when Joey's not around, like he's on the road away from Joey, he struggles.
Yeah. He's almost like a Liam 2.0.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We might have to send Joey on the road.
Yeah.
I think that's what we need to do.
I think so.
Get him on a plane to Arizona.
But hey, all kidding aside, I just think they're well equipped. Now we'll see. Like, this is the beauty of the playoffs and the beauty of what's going to happen, right? You have these jumbled teams, and the Mets got smashed last night, which I do love, right? I absolutely love that.
They're clinging to a playoff spot, man.
Right? Like they're iffy. But listen, Padres, I don't know. Like last night, they wrecked the Mets and Peterson last night. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect from them. They're kind of an enigma type of team. Dodgers are good.
I mean,
like we know it. Like
they're starting
that
pitcher.
freaking Ohtani is the greatest baseball player I've ever seen.
I mean,
it's not even close.
There's nobody close.
And I covered Bonds. Like I was pretty close with Barry Bonds, and he was. I never saw a hitter like Bonds, who, if there was any pre-steroid, no steroid, I saw him before he blew up. And this dude, any mistake pitch over the zone, you would pay. Like you just did. You just would pay. Ohtani is the same way. Like he's ridiculous.
I feel like he's almost as good as hitter, but then when you throw in, he's a Cy Young pitcher throwing 101, 102.
And he steals bases. Like he's a freak.
I don't even know who you can relate. I mean, you heard stories about Babe Ruth,
like
but
that's it.
Babe Ruth wasn't throwing 101. Was Babe Ruth like one of
I mean, context of the day, right?
I know.
So
was Babe a great pitcher? I don't even know. Was he? Yeah, he was. All right.
Yeah, he was really good. I mean, it's Babe Ruth. Like that's what he is. He's an awesome. He's a great story. Like he really is. Like as a baseball fan, I go, man, that dude is awesome.
Yeah.
Like he's so great.
I do that, and then as a degenerate gambler, I'm like, yeah, that dude's cool. He's cool.
Yeah. And there's that.
Sharp real estate investor apparently as well.
Yeah, we'll leave that be. But the Dodgers are good. Like that's it.
Hey, their starting pitcher, what did they hold the Phillies to .054 batting average?
Yeah. I mean, they're good.
They're not going to go 9 innings every game. So they're in their head, though. Snell was like, I'm not coming out. They don't want the bullpen coming.
Yeah. So, listen, they're good. Like, so we get it. Milwaukee, I don't know. They just win every night.
They seem like a nice team.
Yeah, like they win every night. They get these contributions from guys. Like, I think it was Collins, who's a switch hitter, his outfielder, had 5 ribbies last night. Like a bases loaded triple. Like, I don't know what to think. I mean, and Woodruff is really good, and he pitched for them last night. We'll see if Mr. Roski's
I think
back.
in the chat, Bob Ceedy's little boost up. He's like, this Arizona series going to be tough. He might be right, but I feel pretty good going into the Arizona.
What are we concerned
and
about?
Peeling onions. Arizona is sneaky.
Okay, but what? Even if they lost 2 or 3, like I know we're chasing the 1 seed, but the 2 seed's locked up. All but locked up, and you're chasing the 1 seed. All right, you don't get the 1 seed. You still got the bye, and you got home field up until Milwaukee.
Right.
If Milwaukee gets there, I mean, Milwaukee could be like the Winnipeg Jets and have this great record and go out in the first round.
I totally feel that happening. And from the chatter, like on MLB Central and the Talking Heads, like they like the Brewers, but
these are your best records in baseball right now.
Blue Jays, man.
Yeah,
where'd they come from?
I don't know. They got 1 pitcher, Gossman. I don't even understand them. I mean, their lineup's good. You got Springer and you got Vlad Jr., Bichette.
Springer always has a solid year, man.
I know.
When I was talking at the bar last night with the one guy who
that guy Barger, the third baseman,
like
good.
The AL, I mean, it's really the World Series champ feels like it's coming out of the NL this year.
I can't even think about the AL. Like the AL. It's like the AFC, right? Like why even worry about the AFC?
So it makes me feel good. They swept the
Mariners,
Seattle and
Tigers,
they
beat
Tigers. So like
2-3.
they
No,
handled the business against them.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, just you get to the World Series, right? Like, then I'll worry about the AL. That's kind of how I look at it. Same thing with the Super Bowl, like with the AFC. I don't care about the Bills, Ravens. Only one of them comes out that you got to play. So let's see what happens. Like, that's kind of how I look at it. That's where I focus more on what the landscape of the NFC is in the National League. Cubbies are weird.
I mean, they're just going to outscore you.
They would be on my fear list. The Dodgers would be one.
Yes.
The Cubs over Milwaukee.
I agree.
Only because their lineup, they can rake.
They rake. I think Wrigley's a little tougher to play in.
Plus, they
remind me of the 2008 Phils.
A little bit.
Not great pitching, but basketball.
They got the Warriors of the world, you know what I mean?
Although they can't keep Tucker healthy. I mean, that's a big thing. If he's not ready to go.
I mean, I would assume he's ready to go.
I mean, he's still on the IL, isn't he? Right?
Yeah, but I mean, nowadays you're gonna take it easy until worry about the playoffs. But the Cubbies had this, and they got a couple young kids they brought up that can hit a little bit. So and there's a weirdness about the Cubs.
PCA.
Like, you never know. I don't know. They're one of those franchises, like, they could come out and everybody loves them.
Everybody. It's a story everyone will get behind.
And the last wild card team, I have no fear.
Actually, like, even if they get swept by the Diamondbacks, I guess the positive is that would probably pretty much knock the Mets out of the playoffs, because the Diamondbacks are a game and a half out.
Yeah, but I
wouldn't mind seeing the Mets not make the postseason.
I mean, I look at Arizona, and I don't know. They're not as good as they were a couple years ago.
No,
I mean, I like Marte and Carroll.
They're pitching, dude.
Right, but and they're bullpen. I don't go nuts over.
No, and if Stubbs just keeps his mouth shut and doesn't talk about swimming in the pool, we're fine. That was karma. Yes. I believe in that stuff, man.
I agree. All right, lots to get to. It's I love him. Pat McClune, our treasurer, Philadelphia treasurer, former editor, Daily News, Inquirer. Every Thursday, we go to the editor's desk, and he comes up with his 5 stories of the week. One of my favorite things that we do. He's coming up shortly. We'll get an Eagles check-in with Bo after yesterday. Everybody talked. Jalen talked. Nick talked. We'll dive into Birds. Fun game on Sunday. Like, the first 4 games are all interesting.
Can I tell you, get up this morning, crapping all over the Birds.
I don't want to hear
Just crapping all over, not even including them amongst the top teams in the NFC right now. It's ludicrous. Rams, all picking the Rams, and the Rams might be
Eagles all the time.
They say the Rams might be up there with the Packers as the best teams in the NFC. No mention of the Eagles, because the Eagles' offense is just bottom of the barrel in this thing. Basically, what they're saying.
Okay, all right. Brain will join us, and Danny D, the AD, are making varsity segment. So busy Thursday as always. Let's take care of some business.
All right, Ace Hardware Home Services. Praise everything for these people existing, because I can change the light bulb, but not much more than that.
That's praise Ace Hardware.
Yeah, and that's where
you're right.
Ace Hardware comes in, man, because I am useless around the house. So if you are like me and you've got an outlet that's not working and you said you fixed it, you never did. If you got a faucet that's been leaking for a year, Ace Hardware Home Services, they got people for that, because now they're not just the helpful hardware folks. They're also the helpful home service and repair folks. From plumbing to electrical, heating, cooling, they got people that will keep your house humming all year long. Ace Hardware Home Services, they're bringing the helpful you love from the store now to your front door, and from Philly all the way to the Jersey Shore. Ace Hardware Home Services, they bring experience. They got local plumbers and techs. They handle everything. Repairs, seasonal maintenance, installations, upgrades. They listen to your goals. The job's never done until you're totally satisfied. They give you some free time so you can focus on what you like to do and what you're good at. They give you free estimates on equipment installations, some upgrades, and they work with your budget and see what works best for your house and your finances. They're local. Their teams live, they serve in our community, and they're dedicated to keeping their neighbors comfortable in their own homes. So If you've got something you need fixing around the house, don't hesitate. Visit Ace Hardware Home Services online at acehardwarehomeservices.com and get started on your next project. Let's talk about shady rays. You got to protect those eyes. Even when the fall's here and winter, the sun is still there, UV rays are out. It's better to protect your eyes. It's just easier to see. And maybe you're like me. If you got some nice sunglasses, maybe you're hesitant to use them because maybe you left them at the beach sometime. You put them on the roof of your car, you drove away. I've been there. I left mine in a hotel in another country. And I was like, I don't want to bring my good shades on vacation. And then I found Shady Rays, and they totally changed the game. Their glasses, well, they're made for real life. They're seriously good looking. They're polarized, durable, and they're not crazy expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose them or break them, even on day one, the first day you get them, Shady Rays will send you a replacement pair. No guilt trip, no replacements. So now I actually wear my sunglasses without fear. I bring them everywhere. Ball games, on a boat, if I go hiking through the city, at concerts, mosh pits, whatever. Shady Rays, they're the eyewear that's got your back. So we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head over to Shady Rays and use the code PHLY for 35% off polarized shades. And try for yourself the sunglasses rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. ShadyRays.com.
Yeah, baby. Shady Rays.
Shady Rays.
Time now for the editor's desk.
Extra, extra.
Extra, extra, read
like that.
all about it.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea. It's time for headlines from the editor's desk with Pat McClune.
That's right. On the Xfinity guest line, Philadelphia treasure. There he is. That kind face. That knowing man. Pat McClune. Good morning, Pat.
Anthony VG, how are you, boys?
What's up, buddy?
We're good. We're good. I feel great. I love where we're at in our little, I want to have our little bubble world. I explained this, the Christmas, the Christmas bubble where you shake it and snowflakes come.
Yes.
I want a Philadelphia bubble, right? With the sports complex, and you shake it and confetti comes down.
Oh, I like that. And
all the little people. And all the people are us.
Good.
Like in the, in the little land.
That's right. And maybe the Sixers have been banished from the bubble for a little while. They can get back in.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to ban them though. I'm kind of missing them.
No, banish. Yeah.
I start like they were on my nerves all spring and summer, and now the season's starting to creep up, and I'm like, I'm going to be back. I know it.
Yep. Yeah. And what are we getting? We're not hearing from them. The Flyers do a real good job in the off season, keeping you updated and, every little move. And you're hearing silence from the Sixers, but they have their little way of throwing out that thing about Embiid looking like he lost weight. That is a calculated organization move to have people hold on to those season tickets. And God knows I hope it's true, and I would like nothing better than him to get going again. But let's put it this way. They're not banished from the bubble. They could get back in.
Yes.
But they, they're not the thing that brings the snow down and makes us happy for a while.
No. It's Eagles, Phillies, and I'm bullish on the Flyers, so I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, let's get started. Our headlines. What do we got?
Yeah, because
there,
of that, Anthony, and because it's about we got Chief Vibesman VG beside you, might as well keep the good vibes going and go double Phillies, double Eagles. So we got Phillies, Eagles in college football.
Oh, I love a double in a college. I'm in. All right, let's go. Phillies won right now.
Okay, Phillies won is just the notion of the headline there is Phillies After Dark.
Oh, I love
it. And it's good to see Julia's right on it there, of course. And it just talk about vibes. I mean, what a rewarding week it's been as far as if you can suck it up and stay up. I go back to the day that when it was West Coast baseball, you didn't have the Phillies on TV in the beginning, and there was no sports talk radio. There was no PHLY. I'd have to run the Hal's Pharmacy at 3rd and Duncannon in Albany and grab that Daily News and read Conlon and Stan. That's how you found out how they did the night before.
Really?
Or you listen to Harry Donahue or somebody on KYW and hung around at 15 after. So we're blessed now that we can stay up watching. Back in the day, you had to go grab that Daily News. You didn't grab the Inquirer or the Bulletin because they didn't have those deadlines. But the Daily News,
the afternoon paper.
I delivered the Daily News.
6:30 a.m. deadline when I first started.
What was the evening bulletin?
The evening bulletin theirs had to be very similar. I started at the Bulletin. My first job was with the Bulletin. I owe everything to Ted Solari, and Ted asked me to come in and take scores and stuff at the Bulletin. I didn't even know what I was doing back then. So I never really had the feel for the desk and all that stuff, but their deadlines were very, very late, and you could get it out of the Bulletin, but you could probably grab a Daily News before a Bulletin back in that day. And that's certainly what my choice of
my father was a Bulletin guy. And I love it because it was like 6:30 or 6. I remember it and I would before the games would start, I would read it like cover to cover, sports section, cover to cover.
Yes. Oh, and there were some great people there. I mean, when they started to go down, there was like the Daily News and Inquirer were tripping over each other to get people. I mean, back then when that happened,
was Mark Wicker there?
With Ted Solari and Ray Didinger and Mark Wicker, Elmer Smith, they all came over from the Bulletin.
They were Ray. That's right. Ray was a
Bob,
Bulletin guy, man.
Yeah. Bob Vitrone Jr. was probably like 13 years old working at the Bulletin for his dad, but they all came over, and there were a number of guys who came over for the Inquirer too.
There was a competing afternoon paper too. Was it the Journal?
Oh, the Journal.
Oh yeah,
they had the Page 6 girl.
Yep. What's that?
Remember the Page 6 girl?
Page 7.
Page
7. Yes, yeah. And
I love the Page 7
what was
girl.
it?
It's funny. We had a shore house one year, and we were at 11th in New Jersey, and we had the main house, and there was a bungalow behind it. And this beautiful girl walked out one point, and she had her arm was severed at a certain point. But between the fact that she was beautiful and her arm was severed, when she walked out, we were like, "Hey, you're a Journal Page 7 girl." So that's the way that we.
Did they have?
I love it.
Was there like a model on Page 7?
Yeah, every Page 7.
Oh yeah.
There was a model.
What?
And listen,
yes.
I remember.
Yes.
Is this Barstool?
I mean, really. Well, it was. Pat can talk to it. It was a tabloid paper, which meant it was like the Daily News, right?
Yes.
Yes. And it was a lot of sports, great sports, and it was great. And the girl, and I must have been about 9, 10. And I was already raging, and I used to love the Page 7 girl. The first thing I looked at before the sports.
Pat was with you. He's like Page 7.
I thought it was Page 6. He knows.
Absolutely. Real quick, I always tell the story as it relates to Angelo Bruno, the poor guy that got assassinated. It was a 4-newspaper town for a really brief time, guys. And when I talk about journalism, I would say you could do it through that story. It was the equivalent of the Bulletin being down the block to take a photo of Angelo in the car. And the Inquirer was about 3 car lengths away, and they took the photo. The Daily News was the equivalent of right on the front of the car, getting a shot where you could really see it. And the Journal more or less rolled down the window and stuck the camera inside to take the photo, because it was all levels of 2 tabloids, 2 broadsheets, very conservative to way out there. But the Journal made risks that the Daily News wouldn't even dream of. They were way, way, way out there. And but it was fun. And they had good people there. They had Jack McCaffrey and Kevin Mulligan, and they had a lot of good people there. Bob Ford came from Delco, but I don't know whether Bob was there for a little while. But there were some really good people there.
How long did that paper last?
What? I would say 3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
The owner was a Frenchman named Pierre Pellideau.
Wow.
Yeah. But
That's cool.
those were the days. Yep. And but anyway, back with the Phillies, the stuff after dark. I mean, how those games were incredible, and they really spoke to what's going on with the Phillies. I mean, the second game, Marchand's the guy that comes up big. And the Phillies have been getting so many big things out of 5 through 9 that they weren't getting before, and it shows. I mean, Rob Thompson's a big resilience guy, but they really are incredibly resilient. They come back. The Ohtani has them no hit. They lift them, and then they hammer the guy for 6 runs in the 6th inning. And it's just, I'm kind of with you, Anthony. They're doing this without, they're doing this without Wheeler and Turner and Baum, and, really makes you think that I would have never in a million. Once Wheeler was done, I totally would have written him off to win the World Series.
Yeah.
But who's to say now, the way they're doing it, they have a pretty good formula.
I agree.
Formula. Yeah.
I agree. It's impossible to handicap because baseball playoffs are like unto its own. But I love them going into it. I think they're live, man. I think they are. I think they're legitimate.
I mean, and I'm not so sure the last few years they could take a punch like they could now.
Yeah.
This squad can take a punch and shakes it off. I think Harper has a tough history of whenever Harper comes up wildly in the clutch, something happens that kind of mitigates it. So he could have been the big star on Monday night with the homer to put them up 5-4, but then it got down. The one thing I think we learned out of the week is I love Duran as much as you two guys, but I would not be in the business of shaking off JT.
Right?
Whatever JT says, that's it. And, I know what Duran's got to do. I know he's got a lot of stuff. He keeps them guessing, but what that inning, it was kind of crazy. I'm certainly not looking to nitpick, but what happened was Kerkering was almost unhittable that night, and he throws a bad 0-2 pitch. And then Duran buries a guy 0-2. I'm not throwing anything other than 103 mile an hour high fastball at 0-2. That's just a given. And he threw something different, and the guy jacked it at 0-2.
I know.
Hate to see it.
I know. I never expected Duran. I expected from Kerkering to make a mistake like that, but not from Duran.
No, but the good thing about it, Anthony, is it happened 2 weeks before the playoffs, and there's something to be learned from it.
Yeah,
so that's great.
I love it.
Great.
All right, let's go Birds.
Okay, double Birds. We'll go. We have Eagles preview, Eagles review. Let's go back to the review.
Yes,
love and the headline there is "Been there, done that." It's old hat now. It's old hat that the Phillies beat the Chiefs, and that's just fine by me. But it was interesting the way it went down. You never know with Fangio, and all of a sudden Fangio unleashes the blitzes, and you're not going to get a better game of a chess match of defensive coordinators than you're going to get between Vic and Spags. That's maybe 2 of the 5 best who've ever lived at that kind of thing. And so it was interesting. It would have been, the Chiefs were more banged up than the Eagles, so I'm not poor mouthing it, but I would have been interested to see what the Eagles would have done against the blitz with Goddard there. Calcaterra gave them nothing on Sunday.
He was
stunk.
Better than that before. But the game was there was a lot of stuff that was worth looking at. The blitzes were great. I loved the early return on Zadarius Smith. You and I texted about that right away. And that's a double whammy. First of all, they brought in a guy about 2 years ago who was the equivalent of Za'Darius, a guy that had Robert something or other. He had a kind of a track record of sacks, and I forget who the guy was, but he gave them nothing. He was washed.
Oh
And
my
so
God.
I
Robert,
forget the guy's name.
not Woods. It was Robert.
Yeah, but anyway, Smith, not only does it look like there's a couple things going with Smith in the early going I like. Not only does it seem like he still has a little bit, but two, he looks like he's real happy to be here and he has some juice. But the main thing I like is he looks like a DN that's going to be stout against the run. And that's huge,
Huge.
That's really, really huge if they got a guy that can be stout against the run. Because that was one of the cooler things about Nolan Smith. But there he goes. There he goes. He teamed up with Makuba. He made a couple stops along the line. And another thing these Fangio defenses do that is underrated is they really do tackle. And however Vic gets that. It's
Quinn. Robert Quinn.
There you go.
Been racking your brain.
Oh my God, it was killing me.
Of course.
I remember thinking
Pat's just talking. He's just
the Panthers.
It's on Anthony's tongue. It's coming out. It's coming out. Yes. And that guy was a solid ball player. And you thought, hey, but you thought about that about Kevin Byard and some of these guys.
Yes.
You're getting them for a reason. But I'm thinking Za'Darius Smith, he looks like he's going to have a little juice, and that would be terrific. And the next thing you know, he's got a little veteran presence. So that was a great thing that came. That was a great thing that came out of it.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. I don't know. It was that style of game. Every game is its own organism, and it was going to be a nasty defensive struggle, And
you know what, Anthony? The Eagles will never be better than they were on that playoff and Super Bowl run. But they're really, really good. And you don't want them on all cylinders right now.
No.
You don't want them playing as good as they can. They need
agree.
to work a lot of stuff out.
I don't get any of this stuff. I'll be honest with you. Like all the work, 2023, 10-1. It's a different team. This defense will negate all that. The players in the lock, they have won. In 2023, they didn't win, right? They lost the Super Bowl. They know they won. They know they're the best team. I don't understand the meltdown theory.
And getting that win, but you know what? They did it, and they got 2 wins. And when you're 2-0, that's great. If they come out of this first quadrant of 4 at 3-1, I think that's huge. If they come out 4-0, look out. Look out. Because then you get the next 4, and it's funny, on paper, it's the toughest schedule. And I get that. But everything shakes out. You could be looking at whatever they do, 3-1, 4-0. And then you're looking at the next 4. You're looking at Broncos, double Giants, and a banged-up Vikings team.
Oh, what?
They couldn't run that. What? Oh, and please. I hope J.J. McCarthy has a long and productive career, and he's very successful. But it would be just fine with me if the game he comes back is the game after the Eagles.
Yeah, I want to see Wentz. I want to see it.
Let the 3 of us, all your viewers, and all of the Eagles fandom get to see Vic Fangio flummox Carson Wentz. Please let that happen.
And you know what? I think he's going to win Sunday. I think he's going to look good Sunday. I'm hoping he looks good because I want him to actually take the job. And then I want to see, like you said, I want to see the Eagles. I want to see Jalen Carter eat his face.
I want Carter and then Wentz is spinning around and he tries to throw it left-handed.
Yes.
And
yes.
Quinyon Mitchell goes the other way. That's what I want to see.
Yes. I love it.
Absolutely.
All right. Phillies Roman numeral 2. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
College football.
Well, the
college
first
football.
one on the Phillies.
No, let's go college football.
Okay.
Phillies,
football.
Eagles, college football, Phillies, Eagles.
And, last year at this time on college football, I brought up that Penn State had Chocolate Thunder's son as the center, Nick Dawkins, just to come up with something a little interesting. And because next week we're going to have to break down Penn State, Oregon next week in advance preview, a headline next week, we'll be looking at Penn State, Oregon, but they're off this week. So my college football thing focuses on the 300-pound punter. And there he goes. I saw this guy last year kicking off for Penn State. And I said, what do they have a D lineman kicking off for? The guy would kick it off consistently out there. And I thought all season, okay, they got a D lineman who's a kicker on the kickoffs. And then Barkley, the left footer, handled the field goals. Well, he has graduated from that. And my man is now the punter. This guy, Anthony, is 6'6", 297. And he's the punter.
Wait, is he for real a punter?
How does he get his leg
punter.
over his body?
Wait.
I know. He is not a D lineman moonlighting. He's the punter. The guy's a kicker and a
Put
punter.
that up. I want to look at him again now. I got to see his face, his body again. How, like,
Where are you going to see him against Oregon? 6'6", 297. And you know what he did in his last game? 5 punts, all inside the 20, 48.6 yard average.
His longest
So
punt's
he's a
67 yards.
oh my God.
300-pound punter. And I kept looking up the biography on this guy, and I kept going back to high school, and I kept waiting to see that he was recruited by Wyoming and Rutgers and Minnesota as a D lineman, but he was recruited. No, he's a punter. His foot's getting him there. He's 297.
That's awesome.
And it's just fascinating to watch this guy booming it. And they said that he almost beat out the incumbent kicker. So I'll have my eye on the 300-pound punter.
So,
and it's just the one thing I wanted to segue.
So
to
real quick, off of that. They punted 5 times against Villanova?
No, I don't know that it was Villanova. I think it was FIU that game.
Okay.
Twice against Nova, 3 times against FIU.
Yeah,
they were not good against FIU.
right. I remember they struggled the first half. Yeah.
Talk about bad beats. The Villanova covered on the last drive, and the guy who made the catch, that's like a ESPN top 10 catch. If you Google a touchdown that Villanova scored against Penn State, that young guy made an unbelievable catch.
Yeah, so it was the line they covered. Villanova covered off of that.
Yes.
Wow.
The line was 48.5, and they wound up covering on that. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That, it was the last play of the
high
game.
number. I do this with my 3 of my sons and PHLY's own Rich Hoffman. We pick 5 each week against the spread. We've done it for years. And my son Pat, who's a Penn State grad and a diehard Penn State football guy, he saw that number. It was so high, and he went Villanova, and he lucked out at the very end.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it. All right, let's go Phillies number 2.
Okay, Phillies number 2, and the headline on this is Dombro no Dumbo. Okay, and it's just the talk about what you guys are right about Bader and the trade deadline. And before we break down the guys they got on the trade deadline, it sent me into looking at trade deadline deals, and some of the stuff was interesting. Like for interest, so when they went in 2008, the 2 deadline guys, Joe Blanton and Scott Air, both key guys. Blanton had to start games, and I'll never forget sitting in that auxiliary press box, which was in left field, and just the look on our face as a left-handed Joe Blanton hits a home run, and it sails right by us in the playoffs. And Scott Air was a great guy to get out a left-hander. But the thing I wanted, so I dug deeper, and I've never heard this. Never heard this. But in 1993, when Dykstra and Mitch and Kruk and all them went back, the Phillies made a run at a guy at the trade deadline, and The word has it. This is just a Google search. It's not a Daily News story. I don't know how deeply sourced it is. It comes out. The Phillies were unwilling and 93 to part with Mike Lieberthal and Tyler Green, which was what the other team was requesting for Randy Johnson.
What?
Whoa.
Oh my God!
I never heard that.
before.
I never heard that. If there's veracity to that, that is incredible.
What?
I would have traded 22 Mike Lieberthals and 8 Tyler Greens for Randy Johnson.
Leby. Oh God. You gotta be kidding me.
I have the same reaction. If you look at the numbers and stuff, but he was just during that era that kind of represented losing Phillies baseball.
Who exactly?
In my mind.
Exactly.
Yes.
Who was the GM back then? Lee Thomas?
Yeah, Lee Thomas. Yeah.
I mean, how
incredible.
Are you crazy? Could you imagine pairing Randy Johnson and Schilling?
I know.
Oh, I guess they already did that in Arizona and won a World Series.
Yes, they did. To great effect. And then 2022, the payoff is Marsh, Sosa, David Robertson, and Noah Syndergaard. So, interesting stuff there. But, this is the third time's the charm with Robertson. They got him twice, right? The first time they got him when he was fresh off the Yankees, my recollection is he got hurt in like his first or second start, and he was going to the end of the year. The second time, totally ineffective. He's strong out of that bullpen. He is. So let's look at it. So now they get Duran, Robertson, Bader, and then even in September they get Mesa and Buehler, who are helping. But Bader is the definite. Bader in Philadelphia had to happen. He's a Philadelphia ball player. That's the kind of grit you're looking for. I mean, he's terrific. He's got the crab walk out there. He's got some pop. He can steal a base. A really nice unsung thing about the game that they clinched the other day was how gutsy that double steal was.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Harper. That was great stuff.
It was great stuff.
Yeah.
It was great. It was awesome. I'm with it. He's a dirt dog. I love dirt dog, like real baseball players.
Yeah.
Like you need guys like that to win.
Yeah. And you never know. I mean, you do the things for the right reasons. I mean, Dombrowski could have went and got that Helsley from the Cardinals instead of Duran, but no, he got Duran. He went to the top of the heap. That guy's been a bust for the Mets.
He's been a disaster. Helsley.
I got my only beef with Dumbo is Laureano, because you still needed another right-handed bat. You needed more right-handers, and Laureano. I don't know if you see what he's doing in San Diego, but he's been having he looks great in that lineup. Hit another home run last night, I think. And, you can't, they're still down right-handed bats. The Padres got O'Hearn and Laureano. I would have been happy with Bader and Laureano.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm happy with what they got. That would have put it over the top without a doubt.
Yes.
So it basically brings us to Sunday. And what do we think? And the headline there is Rams tough. And they will be.
I like it.
And
Rams
look what happened there.
Wow. That's a great headline, brother. How about
there you go.
Can we take 1 second before you get into this and relive that game in the snow? One of the all-time great Philadelphia moments in the snow. Pat, it was awesome.
The snow really puts it over the top. I'll tell you.
Look how far away the closest Ram is to Saquon.
Anthony,
got to be like 10, 15 yards.
Grew up in concrete jungles. You couldn't find a lot of grass. So one thing the snow did, and it showed how goofy we were, if we got snow, we would go over to the playground and we would put a logo in the snow, ICC, Incarnation Catholic Club, and we would play tackle football. Like
Oh,
all
yeah.
of a sudden, the 3 inches of snow was padding. You were still playing on the concrete, but that's how goofy we were.
No,
But-
but it definitely was a difference. Like
Yeah,
you felt safe.
The snow just brings it back. The snow brings you back to your childhood.
Yeah.
The snow brings you back to John Facenda. The snow brings you back to the Packers. And here is Saquon running and smacking his head when he's getting there. And that's Carter at his very best, sucking it up with those 2 plays against Stafford. The Rams were very tough that day, and they'll be tough on Sunday. But boy, that was a wonderful thing. And remember, I help Eddie Barkowitz out every now and then. He writes a newsletter for a Croatian gambling thing. And so I stepped in for him this week.
What?
It's a great scam. It's a great scam. And so
What?
I did something. I had to go back and look at Barkley. 255 and 205 against the Rams. So my advice was take the over. The over was 89.5 yards rushing. So
I love that. Barkley over 90, over 89.
Yeah.
Barkley to get 90. That's a great bet.
So is he like the American? Does he handicap American sports for this Croatian newspaper?
Yes, I don't know what it is. All I know is it's in Croatia, and I sent it to a guy named Boris. Okay, and
Of course you did. I mean, it's not going to be Jim.
I got a Croatian connection.
I know you do.
Everything, and I don't,
Marco.
Yeah, Eddie's as versatile in sports knowledge and writing, and as versatile in life with food as anybody I know. So if Eddie needs a little help, I'm jumping in to help. But I bring that up because I mentioned that. I also mentioned this. Vic's going to need a plan because you can't. That's not CeeDee Lamb. That's Nakua and Devontae. So Adoree Jackson or somebody, they're going to have their hands full with those two. So, I think the plan is to get after Stafford, who's certainly a statue at this point. But that, they're going to have a problem there with those 2 receivers. And, Adams is his 2 games, 4 for 51, 6 for 106. Nakua, 10 for 130 and 8 for 91. These guys are coming right out of the gates. And, I could see them busting a long one or 2. They're not to be trifled with. They have 8 sacks. And, they got a good defense. One little subplot worth asking Bo about later on is this notion of Vic laying on Jalen Carter and getting in better shape. That's interesting to me because that guy went all those snaps last year. Is that saying he's not, because thank God he was in great shape last year because that was the very end of a game. He played every snap. In those last 2 snaps, he saved the Eagles season.
Yes. He did. That was it, man. Who was it was open? Was it Puka that was open? Somebody was open.
I think it was Puka, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Carter got, you got no brain cells.
I got no man. It was open.
Yeah, he had to wildly overthrow Puka on the sideline because Carter was in his grill.
Yeah. Man, I'm with you. It's a tough game, and it'll be interesting. This is Adoree Jackson. Like, you can't hide him. You got 2 elite, outside receivers.
Definitely. So, the thing about Jackson was there was one play last week. Jackson was on the guy like a blanket. And I said, why didn't he stick his hand out and knock it down? It was a slant. And they said he did. They threw a pass. He was on it. He hit the ball and the guy still caught it. In that respect, I don't think he could cover anybody better.
Yeah. I don't think he was horrible last week. He's
right.
He's going to be a weak link in your secondary. I mean, that's his bottom line.
Definitely. Definitely. Yes. And, the other thing too is that, as the season gets, if anybody really doesn't know the game and saw that long touchdown and Mitchell chasing the guy and tackling him in the end zone, anybody with even half a sense knew that there was a giant breakdown, and it showed how good Mitchell was. There was a giant breakdown, and Mitchell just took off to try to save the day.
Yeah.
Get there.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Probably Makuba as a young guy, not getting it right, and that's going to come along.
Remember the other one where Thornton was open, their two Eagles banged into each other.
Yes. Nothing you could do there. But where are you on the Chiefs, Anthony? I'll tell you, even when they get their guys back, I don't know that they have enough. I don't know that they have enough to scare you on that offense. I don't think
their run game. I'm not in love with their run game. And Kelsey just looks like he's running in molasses.
Right. I saw something where they dropped them to like 13th or something. I'm not buying that. They're still top 3 or 4 in the AFC, but there's a chance they could get caught in the division this year.
I think the Chargers are better. I think Chargers
I don't
are
think
better.
I do not see them coming out of it. But anyway,
Now I was surprised. Listen, they wanted that game. I talked to those guys. They wanted that game bad. I was surprised Andy went with that play call on 4th and 1, first drive of the third quarter. It took too long to develop that kind of misdirection inside run. And I don't know, you allow for penetration that way.
Yeah, and the thing I was really happy to see out of Makuba is one of the things I loved about Gardner Johnson is Gardner Johnson was great at shooting the gap and busting up a running play. And that's exactly what Makuba did on that first. When Andy went was when he went 3rd and 1 on their first drive on like the 40-yard line. He's the guy that busted through on that. So
he made the tackle. Remember, he makes the tackle. It was a pass, and it was Hollywood Brown, and Makuba makes the tackle. And all Hollywood. If you look at the angle, Hollywood Brown, he could easily wriggle for the first down, and Makuba textbook, right?
Yes,
but doesn't allow him an inch to get the ball, which caused that 4th down.
And he was like 4 or 5 yards back when the ball arrived. He closed quick.
They have great on the ball, man. They floated the ball fast.
Yeah, and he's a great way to look at it. We talked about the season. You don't want them to be on full cylinders.
No.
You're seeing great flashes out of Makuba, but Makuba probably busted that coverage, and Makuba did not wrap up when Mahomes got that one first down.
Yeah.
But as the season gets better, he's going to get better. And it sounds like, another question for Bo, it sounds like there's a chance you get Goddard this weekend.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, they need him. I'll be honest with you, as long as he's back for Tampa, because Todd Bowles scares me.
Right. Always has a good plan against the Eagles. The guy I'm looking for at tight end, and Baldy was right over it, is I think we're going to see more of this Latu.
Yeah, Latu. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
And both as a fullback and if
H-back.
Look, if Calcaterra's not making the catches for you, why not 2 up to try to at least match Goddard's blocking for you, right?
I agree. I'm with you. I don't like running 12 when you don't have Goddard. I just don't like it. I mean, the problem is I get you trying to max protect, but if he can't, block, where are you with Patullo? Because it's so early. I think people are just
That's exactly where I am with Patullo. There's such a knee-jerk reflex in Philadelphia that right away to go to the coordinator. Well, I mean, again, much like the Eagles aren't a finished product, much like Makuba isn't a finished product, the Patullo offense over time, we'll see. Ask me at game 10, I'll tell you. But, it certainly hasn't jumped off the page. But, we'll see in the coming weeks. Where am I? I'm nowhere on Patullo right now.
Well, we're the same. We feel the same. Pat, always great stuff, brother. You're the man. We love you.
Okay, guys. Talk to you next week.
See you out of there.
See you, Pat.
Thanks, buddy. Pat McClune on the Xfinity guest line We love them. All right, let's take care of some business, and then we got Bo for a little good update. All right, because we got our big update going on with Bo. We'll talk to Brain, Danny D. Got the whole.
I got also a Fit Dad CEO who's going to pop in with us towards the end of the show too.
Oh, I love me.
Yeah. We're going to have.
I love Fit Dad.
Little guest caller.
All right, it's great. We were talking about it because I'm loving Fit Dad. Hey, let's talk about Xfinity Sports. So VG, let's be real, okay? VG setup is embarrassing, quite frankly.
You got to put me on blast every day with this.
I'm sorry, but I have to talk about Xfinity Sports,
Jeez.
so I got to talk about you. I don't know what to say. All right? I mean, you're a mess.
I try.
I know you're a big fan, but you're kind of like fan fish people.
I know. I invite you over. It's nothing but a disappointment.
Yes, I love you, but come on, bro. You call yourself a football fan, you got to get Xfinity. Ow. Eat some meat, would you? It's the ultimate sports destination. You can find the best games, your favorite teams all in one place. And the way you're going to watch is next level, VG. The perfect fan flex. You get all the action right in your living room. Plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K. 4K, bro.
Ooh, 4K.
All right. It feels like you're in the stadium.
Damn.
Not on Bainbridge. All right. Sometimes, I'm not going to give you your address. Sometimes,
come on over. I want to see my setup.
You can have 4 games going on once because you can. Like that's
because you
unbelievable.
can.
That's it. On top of that, you get real-time notifications, live stats, right on your television. The best seat in the house every time. Next game day, make sure the big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity? Imagine that. Restrictions apply. All right, let's talk about Parks Casino, Street Road, Bend, Salem. The Brain will join us, courtesy of our friends at Parks Casino and the Bet Park Sportsbook app. What do we got? Where do we stand for the Birds?
I was liking it. Saquon's over-under's 90.5. Minus 115. I like that.
He gets 100.
They're still 3.5. Birds
3.5 and still 44?
44.5.
What, ticked up?
Ticked up.
Jalen's
over-under. Take a guess.
Passing yards?
Yeah.
212.
189.5.
Jeez. 189.5?
Yeah. His rushing is 41.5.
Over. That's a lock over because they're going to rush him and he'll take off.
You think they do a lot of blitzing?
They're going to, they have they're not going to do a lot of blitzing because they have a great front.
Yeah.
But when he gets flushed, he's going to look to run. Now, they're going to do whatever they can to take away Barkley. We've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Barkley's, scorched him twice. So, they're going to focus heavy on Barkley. And I think, Jalen, I'd give him a couple design runs. I like over Jalen. I like over Jalen more than I like over Barkley.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, I like over both. I think the way you win, you win, you ground and pound, man.
I'm with you.
I get you got the receivers. All right. Complimentary football, ground and pound, and then you take a couple deep shots.
All right.
I think that's the formula. So it's all the Bet Parks app. You like over or under the total?
Under.
You're on. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. I just don't know that this Eagle team right now, unless it gets wild early, like where, Barkley escapes. Now it's a 1:00 game, which benefits the Eagles.
West Coast teams do not do well at all. I mean it's amazing. I know some people don't like trends. That's a legit trend.
Yeah, because the game's at 10:00 West Coast time. So your body clock is everything. So check out the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app for all your plays.
Let's go with your boys too today. Napoli's in the Champions League.
Oh, yeah?
They're heavy dogs, plus 420 against Man City.
Let's go Napoli.
Yeah.
I like it. Napoli.
We hit yesterday. Our Liverpool parlay hit yesterday.
What was it?
We had Liverpool plus the over 2.5 goals. Ended up being 5 goals. Liverpool won 3-2.
Do you know how they won?
No.
In extra time. I watched it.
Oh, yeah?
I watched it. They won in extra time. A header off of a corner to win it in extra time.
Ooh, that's a good play. I like the header off the corners.
Yeah, it
I'm a
was
big corner guy. I love just betting corners. You don't? Like,
Nah,
here we go. What's the corner in this
I
Napoli
don't.
game?
No, I never really
Total
no.
corners in Napoli's 5.5. Yeah,
You got to control the ball for that.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but
It was good. It was, listen, I like the Champions League. 3 o'clock. Like, I love my 3 o'clock start, Paramount Plus. I'm in on it because it's like dead period of my day. I'm up early doing stuff. I like to chill between then, and then I go to football practice. So that's my window.
yeah, sounds like a perfect day.
All right. So don't forget betparks.com for all the details. Always another way to win. The casino's popping. Online blackjack, slots, all your slots that VG loves.
War, man.
War.
Playing some war.
So check it out. betparks.com for all the details. Got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yo,
All right.
Big Farts just donated $5. Big brothers, big sisters. Nice way,
Farts.
Fartsy. Yeah. Don't forget,
you, Big Farts.
donate buttons down there right below the chat. Hit it. Spare a couple bucks. Good cause.
Yeah, Big Brothers, Big Sisters is a great cause. All right, joining us now from the All PHLY Bird Show, doesn't get any better, our buddy, Bo Wolf.
Our man on the ground, he's solid and sound. He's on the hunt for Eagles news. Handsome and astounds, clever and profound. We're talking Eagles with Bo Wolf.
Xfinity guest line. There, it looks great. Man, your camera, wow, you're popping. What's that, Saul? Saul did that? It looks great.
No, I had the camera already. We're working on the backdrop. Saul's going to help me work on the backdrop a little bit.
You look good, clear as can be.
Feel good. And I got to tell you,
lights
I think there's a good lesson. I think there's a good lesson from Big Farts Jones. If you're going to be farts, you might as well be big farts. You don't want to be little farts.
No, they're big farts. Big Fart Jones the man. Yes.
Yeah.
We love him.
Don't coast through life as a middle fart.
Yeah, right.
Be the big fart.
Right. You know what? Weak farts.
Oh, Fit Dad. Fit Dad just dropped $20 for Big Brothers. Yeah, Fit Dad.
Fit Dad.
Oh. Don't be sloppy dad. Be fit dad.
Fit Dad's the best. He'll be joining us a little bit. He is, you got to follow him on Instagram and on social media. He is so talented. In fact, I asked him, like, dude, you got to be part of the show, dude. You're too good. And I know talent. All right. I know Bo Wolf. All right, buddy. Let's get it started. Yesterday, everybody talked yesterday. Let me ask you first about what Fangio, because the editor wants to know this, and I always follow my editor. He said, Fangio talking about Jalen Carter and being in shape. Is there a concern there? Is that a little lighting the fire on the big guy?
Yeah, I don't think it's a concern. I think he's telling it like it is. Jalen Carter is not in like prime middle of the season shape just yet. He missed time in the summer. He didn't play week 1. I think he's being honest. And I thought that there was a real impact of getting Jalen Carter back into the defensive line last week. But I also didn't think he looked like the best defensive tackle in football in that game. He looked very good, but he wasn't quite at the level that you want him to get at. So I think that's totally fair. And it's probably a good counterbalance to Nick Sirianni talking after the game and saying that when he spoke to Jalen Carter last week, it was much more from a loving him up standpoint and giving him support and not like, reprimanding him. And so there's probably a good cop, bad cop aspect to it. And actually, Brandon Graham, talking to him this week, there was a clip on the show that we played on Tuesday. He was talking about what it was like to play for Vic Fangio. And I asked him, because he was talking about the transition from one scheme to another and defense to another. And I asked him why, like, Nolan Smith might have made a jump from year 1 to year 2 when he had this scheme change, even though he had the same position coach in Jeremiah Washburn. And he said, you know what? Like, Vic called him out. Vic had higher expectations for him. And in front of the whole team would be like, Nolan, this is not good enough. Like, you got to do better than this. And Nolan, to his credit, responds well to that. And so that is Vic's style. Vic calls guys out in front of the team. He has very high standards, and he is not ashamed to tell guys when they're not playing up to their ability. And so I'm not surprised at him saying that about Jalen Carter, and I also don't think that it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't either. I no one. Everything Vic says is measured, and everything Vic says means something. All right, let's go because everything was with Nick was all centered around the offense. Jalen spoke. Jalen talked about like I'll take responsibility for my end piece. What was your kind of view on all that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that it's a little bit silly for the reasons we talked about on Monday, that it feels like they have to play defense right now about the state of the offense when they're 2-0. And these were different kinds of game plans. I think there are things that we need to see them do better, which is not to say good or bad. It's more just like the why behind it. And I think that Jalen has been playing at a pretty high level. I think some of the structural things about, why are you in 12 personnel when you don't have Dallas Goedert, like I kind of agree with that stuff. We'll see what they do this week. And I do think, to what you guys are talking about in the ad break, I agree with you. I would go over on Jalen Hurts' passing yards this week because just the way that I expect this game to play out, I think the Rams are going to be able to move the ball. The Rams don't have a very good secondary. I think the Eagles are going to want to throw the ball and lean on, AJ Brown against Emmanuel Forbes again. Like if they're not going to throw it this week, then I think we can start to be like, okay, what really is going on with the passing game?
Yeah, it's interesting because AJ he had his way with Forbes when he was in Washington last year, so you would expect the same type of thing. Yeah, I expect him to kind of be aggressive in that way. I do. I think you're probably right. The Rams are going to do whatever they can to stop Barkley since Barkley gashed them twice last year. So I could totally see that. And listen,
And we've talked about this
to
before.
DCs around the league, the MO is, hey, let Jalen throw it. Like that's their MO.
And I think that's right. I mean, that's what Spags did in the Super Bowl, right? And Jalen, to his credit, answered the bell that day. But I think there are things that the play calling and the route trees can do to help Jalen out a little bit. I think he seems to be seeing things well from the defense this year, but we gotta see it to believe it. I mean, AJ Brown and Devontae's numbers through 2 games are not good enough, but they're 2-0, so we can't complain too much.
No, I don't think. Listen, and again, we talked about September being the new, preseason that counts. I mean, there's all these other factors. Look, I think. I mean, the reason why you brought up the 12 personnel, I understand it. The reason why you had to do it is because you're expecting all that pressure from Steve, right? Steve's going to come in, bring pressure. So you're hoping that Calcaterra, who's a willing blocker, can be effective. And he wasn't. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. Now,
You're
you
allowed to
also
have a
need to
bad day.
figure out that Spags rotated his safeties late. So, like, Jalen also has to see that. Like, there's also certain things that he needs to see, pre-snap.
And even let's talk about the Calcaterra thing for a minute, because he wasn't good on Sunday.
He was horrible.
But I also that's not just on coaching, right? Like if Grant Calcaterra had a good summer, which I think that he did, and you think, okay, you know what, he seems to have maybe taken a step as a blocker. He's answering these things that we need him to do in camp, but they haven't been live, right? So there's no real degree of certainty. Okay, let's test him out. We believe it, and he didn't have a good game, and that's okay. Let's now see what they do after having that information. Are they going to still ask him to do these things that he showed last week he can't do, or are they going to adjust and say, okay, this is going to be an 11 personnel heavy game for us? Also, maybe Dallas Goedert comes back. We'll see about that. But
Well, I was going to ask you about that, but
every piece of information, like, let's see how the coaching staff reacts to it. This is for all of the, like, this is, arguably the best run organization in football. They are also very rabbit-eared. Like, they hear everything. And so they are probably going to lean into the passing game a little bit more this week because they have heard it nonstop from everybody. It's like the thing that the first play of the game last week was supposed to be a deep shot to AJ Brown after AJ Brown had 1 target the week before, right? So they do these things. We will see what they do this week to sort of answer the charges that they are way too predictable.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right about they hear things. Well, he also might be listening to the guy at the top. The guy at the top, I don't know if he's happy about. I know he's happy about 2-0, but he may not be as happy about the style points, or at least the $200 million in receivers that aren't getting the football. So something, Jeffrey Lurie, they could be listening to more Jeff.
Do you think he was okay with it last year?
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl. But I do think that Jeff I do know that he likes to throw the ball. Like, that's always been his thing. And he likes a pretty, he likes splash plays.
And he believes that is the most sustainable way to win. And that's the biggest reason that he believes in that. Yeah. I like that there was a little bit of mystery there in the guy at the top until you said Lurie, because it could be Lurie, could be Jalen, could be Howie, could be Dom. There's a lot of guys who could be at the top.
Yeah, well, there's only one guy I should have said the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The very top guy has a lot, he's
no doubt about it.
He's quietly, heavily involved. And,
no doubt about it.
There's expectations there. It'll be interesting. I think you're right about it. I'm curious to see. The Rams are also a team that's not going to blitz a lot. The Rams have a really good front. They like to try to get organic pressure without blitzing. That team that defense is legit. The front seven is really good.
Really good. I think the numbers are that they have blitzed a tick more in these first two games than they did last season. But usually that's the kind of thing that, if it wasn't their MO last year, maybe it doesn't come as much this year.
I also think last week against Cam Ward, they blitzed more because he's a young, inexperienced quarterback.
Exactly. And so how do they treat Jalen Hurts after the way that he was blitzed last week? I'm curious to see. But yeah, listen, we all saw Jared Verse come in, talk smack in the playoffs, and then have an awesome game. And Jordan Mailata has talked about, he might be the newest, most difficult guy for him to block. Not in I don't know what's coming, but just in he's going to physically beat you up. Jordan Mailata has talked about, he really felt having played Jared Verse. He's a very physical guy. Last year. So that will be interesting. But yeah, you already talked about it. I am very curious to see what the Eagles do from a run game standpoint in this game, just knowing that Saquon Barkley was able to spring free for so many big, huge, long runs last year.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo, my heart was broken when Van Sumeren went down on that first play. I got any hope of Cameron Letu getting some fullback work?
Did EJ pay you to ask this question?
No, me and EJ just really respect the fullback position.
I appreciate that. You guys gotta talk this over a nice dinner. Listen, that was a great snap that Cameron Latu played last week. I wouldn't mind seeing him a little bit more, especially as they search for answers on the blocking front. Who can be the next Jack Stoll? Why can't it be Cameron Latu? I think that's fine.
Hey, have you heard any update on Braden Fisk? I know he missed practice with an oblique.
I do not have an update on Braden Fisk for you. I'm sorry.
What are the odds of Goddard playing?
40%. I don't know. I haven't. I frankly haven't talked to an expert on it. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, if it was up to me, I'd give him another week, and I need him ready for Todd Bowles.
The house of horrors for the Eagles going down to Tampa.
I know. Now I'm afraid.
Tampa's hurting.
Baker is such a winner, right? They're down O-line, and he always figures out a way, man. And defensively, they're nasty, man. They lost. Todd loves to do it.
Oh, Todd's great. They lost another O lineman and D lineman for the year over the past 2 days. So we'll see how they rebound.
Yeah, it's rough. All right, brother. Great work as always. What's the schedule today?
Exciting episode of 2 o'clock. We got Fran and EJ in the house. We'll talk, the X's and O's of the Rams game, and we have to call EJ to account for some shenanigans that he needs to be accounting for.
Is this a Beatles thing again?
It's not the Beatles thing. No, it's far worse. It's far more serious.
Really? Huh.
You have to tune in at 2 o'clock to find out.
All right. That's a great tease. I will be. All right. I'm in.
It's not related to the microwave?
Not the microwave either.
What did he do in the microwave?
Bo's got a beat up microwave they were giving him some hard time about.
It's just a weak microwave.
Our microwave sucks. We need a toaster oven. I'm a toaster oven fan.
when we bought our house, because the microwave was broken, and the old owners said that they would replace it instead of just giving us money to replace it ourselves. So they got this convection oven / microwave, and it if you got like a bowl of food or a plate of food you're heating up, it takes like 6 minutes to get it doesn't disperse the heat evenly. It's
You need a straight microwave for that.
I'm anti-microwave.
Why?
I don't like it.
Why? What's a microwave ever done to you?
I don't like the microwave. It kills food.
It kills pasta and bread.
It kills it.
And pizza.
Yeah, it kills
I think there's some. I mean, I would never use microwave for pizza.
Yeah, but for a bowl of soup, put a bowl of soup in the microwave.
It's not good.
Yeah.
No, do it on the stove. I do it on the stove. I don't ever use a microwave unless I'm anti.
What about popcorn? You going stove popcorn? You going
yeah, Jiffy Pop.
like Ready Pop?
No, I'm anti-microwave. I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. I don't trust
Well,
it.
you got to melt some butter real quick. Just throw it in there,
No,
30 seconds.
I don't do it. I put it on a warm stove. I'm a stove.
Yeah, the quick melting butter, like you got to get on board with that at least.
No, out. I'm out. No microwave. I love you, bud. Good stuff, brother.
Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy. See you. Anti-microwave. Danny DD8D! Get in here, man! We got Danny D coming up. But first, the brain.
Brain. Red, the brain finder.
Top of the morning, brain.
There's one good thing about a microwave. I don't like them either, but tell me if you agree with this. Like, I, as someone who just weirdly loves bagels, if they're in the freezer, I put them in the microwave to defrost them.
What? Why don't you put it in a toaster? Don't your toaster have a defrost function?
No. Toaster. No, I put them in the microwave to defrost, and then I put them in the toaster after that. My toaster doesn't have a defroster. I've never heard of that, actually.
I got a defrost button on my toaster.
Well,
really?
Doesn't
I use the microwave.
But doesn't the microwave kill the bagel?
Yes, it has to.
No, not at all. No, after I toast it, not even 1%.
Really?
This is you're talking about. It's like my favorite food. So, like, if it did, I would tell you. Yeah,
Bagel's his favorite food.
No, a bagel. A great bagel is an awesome item.
Favorite food item?
Yeah, it's right up there.
Bagel?
Weirdly, I love
a great bagel.
Well, you're not getting a great bagel out of the freezer for one thing.
Yeah, but are you buying them in bulk and freezing them, or are you getting a frozen bagel?
No, buying them in bulk and then freezing them.
Yeah. See, I knew you would.
I don't,
because you have good taste. Like, I knew you wouldn't mess with a bagel. Bagel.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's like one of my that's like one of my favorite things. And if you put it in the freezer, defrost it, toast it, they taste again. Nothing's as good as when they come out like hot, like in the you're at the store. I'm not comparing it. It's as good as that, but it's still great. And that's the only thing I really use ever.
What's your choice of bagel?
Ooh, let's guess. He's gonna
so many that I love.
Poppy seed.
Poppy, sesame, everything. Those are my 3 favorites.
Yeah.
I love cinnamon raisin too. I don't usually get it that often. I usually always default to like everything poppy and sesame inevitably. But if someone like has this cinnamon raisin and that's the only one there, I eat it. I'm always like, man, that's actually freaking good. But I never get it on my own, if that makes sense.
Every once in a while, like an onion bagel is nice.
I love onion too.
Or a garlic bagel.
I'm out on the egg bagel.
Love those too.
I love the egg bagel.
You do?
Yeah, the egg bagel's strong.
You hate the egg.
I do hate the egg, but the egg bagel?
I don't like the egg bagel.
I like the egg bagel. But I'm a butter guy. I don't do cream cheese.
Yeah. I love them, and I love soft pretzels. Like, if there was remember the Atkins diet? If there was the carb diet, oh my God.
I know.
I'd write books.
I make pizza bagels for the boys.
Oh,
that I would love.
Love a pizza bagel.
Yeah, I make my own.
Right.
So I always have.
Those are good.
I always have a little tomato sauce, right?
Yeah.
I always have the mozzarella, and then I have I cut up pepperoni, like the good pepperoni, right? The cups.
Love that.
And I put it in the oven. The kids go bananas. They freaking love the pizza bagel.
Do you make your own bagel?
No, I get the bagel from the shop.
I got to tell you, Anthony, you got me wanting to make this right now. I feel like doing that right now, making a pizza bagel, because that sounds so good right now. I think I actually may do it.
It's an easy. Dude, it's
I'm
an
gonna do
easy.
it.
You just gotta make sure keep
love
a nice marinara. I always keep a nice
Yeah.
marinara in the refrigerator, right? And
Like a
Smart.
Rayo's
Goes with everything.
or
Rayo's, get that frig out of here, you freak!
I always got one of those in the fridge.
Because you're a freaking whatever. Get the hell. No, I make my
Even
own.
I know better than that, Anthony. Even I know better than that.
Right, exactly.
Come on.
You know,
Stop.
I always have a beautiful, and I got the fresh basil plant. It's nice. It's great. And so the sauce is always good. And then I use the mozzarella, and it's great. Kids love it, and it's an easy snack.
Shredded?
Who wouldn't
I
love
throw
it?
it in the toaster oven.
Yes.
Correct.
That's
Shredded
great.
mozzarella?
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And that does sound good. I
all
actually really think I may do it after we're off.
Do it, brother. You know what's
Yeah.
an underrated bagel? One of those cheddar jalapeno items.
Never had one.
Never had that.
Never had one.
that.
It's not bad. It's
That
not
sounds
bad.
Really?
easy.
It's not good. Yeah, it's not like your typical. Like
You're gonna
like
go with a
brain-
rye
like a brain
swirl,
bagel.
marble rye or something.
No,
Or,
I like the pumpernickel.
yeah, pumpernickel's
Pumpernickel,
strong.
man.
Oh, I gotta tell you, Anthony. After you're talking about the beef jerky, it's called what's the name of the beef jerky you're talking? I ordered it
Righteous
yesterday.
felon.
Righteous fella. I went online and I ordered 4 packages of it.
Nice.
You gotta tell us what you think. It's the best freaking jerky. Like I'm telling you.
I got 4 of them. I got one of each every one to see which one I like the best. So I got 4 different bags, and it's already on its way. I got 4 different bags, and then I may even get like next time another 4 different ones. But then I want to see which ones I like the best, and then like triple, quadruple up on those, which ones I like the best. But I love
Mark.
beef jerky. Again, that's like just a great snack.
It
food, man.
is. You jerky man, Danny Diddy AD? Dude, trust me when
Oh,
you
come
get,
on.
I'm telling you,
All right.
you take
How does someone not like
Righteous
it?
Felon, I was never like jerky was never my jam, right?
Yeah.
And then VG knows, and then I do this Righteous Felon, freaking love it.
All right, I'll try it.
And the beauty is it's the protein, right? So you're not
Yeah, it's the protein.
hungry. It doesn't have
It's a
the
good
carb
snack.
effect. I got Anthony because
Exactly.
he's protein loading.
He's got
He's
it.
got to get ready.
He's got both.
Which is your favorite flavor, Anthony? I'm curious if I got it. I got 4 of them. I got
What'd you
like
get?
the regular. I got like a Rocky Balboa teriyaki. I got like
Outrageous.
like a Balboa. I got the regular smoke one.
Yeah.
I got one that was like, oh my god, it was shoot, I have to check even. It was
Korean?
like
The Korean barbecue one?
yes, Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
Yes, Korean
Yeah.
barbecue. I got that, and I think there was another barbecue one. There was a Korean barbecue.
Yes.
and I think
Yeah.
there was a different barbecue. I think it
Hickory.
was before I got. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're all great.
Yeah.
I like I think I like the what was the second one you said? It was my I like
I got the
teriyaki.
smoke.
I like the teriyaki.
Yeah, teriyaki. That's usually
Yeah,
my
I like
favorite.
or anything with heat. They have a pepper
Yeah,
one.
I
I
like-
like the heat. So I'm a
Yeah,
heat
I was
fan.
curious. There was one like a habanero
Dragon.
pepper one I was
Yes.
tempted on. I like the
all
heat,
right,
too.
we got a game tonight.
Ready? Yeah.
Let's think about this. Because everybody's going to standalone game, right? Dolphins, Bills. Everybody's going to look to want to play it. How do you approach a game like this?
Anthony, it's funny. A game like this, you have a Miami team that has been historically bad, right? In terms of like what their defense has been. They've allowed every team to score on them on every single possession. Right now on the Parks website, the line you're looking at 12, and you're looking at a total of 50. Man, Anthony, this is a hard game because to me, it's interesting. Buffalo hasn't even been winning by Josh Allen at the end against the Ravens, but last week, Josh Allen, I don't think he threw a touchdown. I think he was just running James Cook the entire time, and they humiliated the Jets. I can't. It's just so many points. It's 12 points for a team that you see like, okay, this is a team that can pass the ball with Tua and Tyreek Hill, but it's like it's a game. I feel like if I get involved and I back Miami, I feel like it's just going to be like 21-0 before I even get down to eat my first Dorito. It's just hard, so hard to back a Miami team that has been this bad historically.
They stink.
Defensively.
I got to Tua stinks. I never liked God. I feel bad for the concussion.
I understand.
But he stinks. The rag arm. I never liked Tua.
McDaniels may stink too.
He's gonna be the first coach fired. I think that's
I think
pretty
so.
I
evident.
think
He
he's
seems
bright.
out. He seems out of answers at the podium.
I
think he's a coordinator, and I
He's
think
a weird guy.
He's a coordinator, and I think that he just people figure him out in the league, right? So when he's a head coach, he's got too much. I think he's better off as like an offensive coordinator.
think you're right. I think you're right.
He's talented. I think he's talented. I think he's smart, but
I think you're spot
he's
on.
getting fired for sure.
I don't know, Brain. I think they go back to the run game. I think the under's in play here because first of all, if you're Miami, you got to lean into your own run game. And
Yeah, Buffalo's averaging, I think, 6.8 yards per attempt against them this year. Not too good. And that was their bugaboo last year. They were, I think, 31st in the league last year against the run. So this is nothing new. Buffalo, for whatever reason, they just have not been able to stop the run in the last few years. But A-Chain, to me, he's more of a, in my opinion, more of a receiving back explosive, and that he can make big plays and he's talented. But he's like, to me, like really like just a great receiving back, like, you know, like the Kamara.
Yeah, but you can't go toe to toe with that team. So if you're Miami,
no, again, this is now the only thing maybe, in my opinion, quote unquote, saving Buffalo is this would be an easy game to maybe gloss over, but because it's a standalone game, I think that helps eliminate that aspect where maybe they're like, all right, you know, because anytime I think every time there's still always a little bit of natural hype when you're playing like on national TV and your family, friends are watching. But I mean, this is just a game I'm personally, Anthony, have not gotten involved in at all. I didn't even bet a prop in this game. This is a rare case. I got every single number within like 2 yards on when I did my numbers. Everything was within 2 yards. Usually there's always at least one that I'm like maybe 5 yards off for, you know, base. This one, there was nothing. I got every single number exact from the total to the everything. So again, I always say I watch the game just because that's what I do, and live bet, especially the props. I love doing that. Live bet the game if I see anything that's going on. But
right, you see a matchup, you exploit the matchup.
See a matchup, but this is to me, Anthony, like a tough one in that it's just if you want to get involved and back Miami, or you want to back the under, my problem with that is I just don't know if I trust a Miami defense that's let every team score on them every drive. It's hard for me to. It's just hard psychologically and I'm like, oh God, you know, what am I? If they just score every time, I don't know. Maybe under second half.
What if you tease it up to 18.5?
VJ, did you do that? Did you do that just to like get that reaction from me?
No, I mean, you crossed it over the 14 threshold.
What have I? Okay. Never, ever do a teaser unless you're going through the 3 and 7. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
I'm doing it tonight. I'm going to do it tonight. We'll see what happens.
Listen to him.
I'm going to do it tonight.
Advisor.
I got to get in on this game tonight. I got to get in on this game.
I just got kicked out of a place because that's all I was doing with the teaser through the 3 and 7, and they just kicked me out for quote unquote sharp action because you go through the 3 and the 7.
So what about the other way then? I teased the Bills down to 6.5.
How are you going through the 3?
Oh, I'm not going through the 3. You got to go through both the 7 and the 3.
Go through the 3 and the 7. So if there's a 2-point underdog, you tease them to 8. If there's an 8-point favorite, you tease them down to 2.
I just need some action tonight on this.
You don't realize this? You don't need your Penn education for that. You go through the 3 and the 7.
All right. How about Charlotte tonight? Charlotte Rice. We got Charlotte Rice. What do you think about this?
We do have Charlotte Rice now. Again, Charlotte Rice, I bet this on the open, but now, I mean, the value has been completely sucked out. Charlotte opened as a 5.5 point dog. It actually opened at 6.5, but I got 5.5. It's now down to 2.5 on the Park site right now, which I think is more or less the right number. Don't love this game at this number. I just don't.
Smells like a money line Charlotte tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, I will say this. Rice better defense here. God, I right now at current numbers, if I had to lean Anthony on VJ, I'll lean towards Rice. But again, this is more or less what I thought the number should have been. Low total 42.5.
There you go, VJ. You're gonna have to watch it and then get involved. Do like he says.
Nothing wrong with that.
Cheesy
There's
totals.
nothing wrong with watching and then
listen,
getting involved.
listen to
I
the
want
guy.
to get in, though. I want to get in. I want some action.
Wait till the game
I don't
starts.
have that kind of
Why
patience.
analyze it?
This
Don't go
isn't-
too heavy
VG,
with
this
the gummy.
isn't like back in like when Brett Musburger was saying live from Philadelphia and you had to bet the game before the game start, right? This is 2025, dude. You can get in after the first play, after the first quarter,
duded
in
me.
the third quarter. Get in whenever you want.
Yes.
You're gonna get a Chief next.
Anthony
bud.
remembers
Yes.
those days with live from Philadelphia with Brett Musburger. Those were my favorite things. Irv
They
Cross.
were the best. They were the best. All right, Brain. Listen, you and I are doing a special.
Can't wait.
We'll be recording that later today, where we go through
Yeah.
the whole card with college, NFL. That'll be up on the Parks thread here. We'll let you know social media wise, and you can find it at our PHLY, allphly.com under the Parks bets. So we'll be doing that a little bit, recording that, and then we'll get you tomorrow too for some NFL stuff. Okay.
Awesome. And real quick, Tariq Skubal, 21-6 over 17.5 outs. I know he's left his last game. MRI came back clean. I'm not worried. I'm going over 17.5 outs. Tariq Skubal. I dare him not to get.
Really, it's interesting because I thought Skubal looked bad. I mean, he left. He got hit
It was
around.
his first time. Well, it's his first time he's ever really looked bad. But again, they said everything came back. Look, Anthony, you think they're going to risk that guy if everything didn't come back?
No, but that's why I wouldn't go over 17
pristine?
and a half outs because he may just be 5 innings tonight.
Might have him on short leash.
Again, the innings, his starts before that were he had like 28 scoreless.
I know, but
basically.
the playoffs are around the corner. Listen, I'm not trying to talk you out. I'm just saying to think about it. Playoffs are around the corner.
I understand. He's efficient though, Anthony. He doesn't walk people, so he gets he doesn't have to throw a ton of pitches. That's what I like about him. Look, if they remove me after 5 innings with 65 pitches, I'll say, you know what, you're right. From what I glean and understand, it's as a normal start. And by the way, they're playing for the #1 seed. They're only, I think, a game and a half off. I think they need. I mean, for them, like I think it's actually an important game. So we'll see how it plays out.
I just wouldn't. If I'm them, I wouldn't. Listen. If he's mowing them down, I'm very sensitive to his pitch count tonight. That's all.
Sure. I hear you.
You know,
all right.
I'm rooting for you.
Look forward to the show tonight, my friend.
All right, buddy. Talk to you soon. There he is, the Brain, checking in. Let's take care of some business, and then we go making varsity with our man, Danny D, the AD. Hey, look, let's talk about, a folk dealership. Now, you know, as I do, Danny D, because you know Charlie Folk, owner of the Folk dealerships all across South Jersey.
Best in the business.
The best, right? He's a guy that's about family, about taking care of his customers. He's an incredible, incredible guy. He's got Kia of Cherry Hill, all right? And you could choose from over 450 new Kias, including Tellurides, Sportages, K5s, Carnivals, Seltos, and Souls.
Kia Soul.
No, we got to get VG in the Soul.
Yeah, that's his whip. That's the whip of choice.
That's his whip.
Whip of choice.
His whip is the Soul, all right? Now, I got to tell you about Kia. Kia is amazing, right? The hottest automotive brand in the country for a reason. 7 of their models received 2025 Car and Driver Editor's Choice Awards. Now, that's amazing when you think about it. There were 450 models tested, and only 20 get this award. Kia's got 7 of them, all right? Pretty amazing. Combine that with the best warranty in the automotive business, 10 years, 100,000 miles powertrain, 5 years, 60,000 mile bumper to bumper, all right? Drive home your new Kia today. KiaofCherryHill.com. You can't beat it. I'm telling you. Go see Bill. Bill runs it for Charlie. Bill's awesome. You tell him I sent you. He's going to give you the cuts discount. All right? We keep trying to tell him, Danny D, we got to get through.
My parents just got in a Kia. Charlie got them in a Kia. They don't drive that much. It's beautiful. They're sleek now. They're looking good. Took care of them. Great price.
See that?
Takes care of them over there.
Look at that,
I
dude.
like it.
You got it. All right?
VG.
Go see Bill. Just by taking a test drive, he's going to give you lunch, $100 restaurant.com gift card. So check it out. All right. I know people buy Kias elsewhere. I just don't know why. Why?
No reason.
No reason. Why?
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense. Got to go to Folk. All right. That's right. Kia of Cherry Hill. Now let's talk about Rothman Orthopedics. Yes, getting you back to do what you love this fall. We love to be in action, real action, not just VG betting Thursday Night Football. You want to be moving around, right? You want you want
Charlotte money line.
You want to be doing Charlotte Rice. I was like, what?
He's fiending tonight, VJ. He's fiending.
Right. Yeah.
Rice.
Need some action.
Oh my God. You check out Rothman Orthopedics. If you have any kind of ailments, right? Nagging injuries, old injuries flaring up, whatever's got you kind of slowing down. Rothman, those great doctors will fix it for you. All right. They did my Achilles tendon that popped and curled up into my calf. And I got a cadaver Achilles. And it's great. They did my ACL that popped, right? They did.
Got stuff popping all over the place.
I did. You know, listen to what happens.
I got him right at Rothman.
They did. Got me right. Got his neck right.
That's right.
Right? I mean, it was a bad accident.
They got me walking. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, Rothman, they have a team for every body part. All right. I mean, shoulder and elbow and knee and ankle and back, neck, you name it. They're going to get you in motion. They take care of all of our teams here. All right. They're a part of college and pro and high school. I mean, all the athletes in Delaware Valley, the great Rothman doctors take care of. They can take care of you. Go to Rothman Orthopedics. All right. It's RothmanOrtho.com/PHLY. You can book your appointment today. Get back doing what you love. Pain-free. Rothman Orthopedics getting you back to your fall game is their mission. Now, let's do a little Danny D, the AD, and making varsity.
Still waiting on my song, VG. What's going on here, man?
Oh, I totally forgot. I flaked on that. That's
Yeah,
my
come
bad.
on.
It's my bad.
Everyone's
You
got
don't
the
have
nice.
everything right?
Because I'm the manager here. You know, I'm getting snubbed as the
I mean, we
manager.
were busy, dude.
All right.
Busy schedule.
I got you.
We got Kansas,
Pretty
other
weak,
things.
don't you think?
He's been on the move. I keep tabs on VJ. He's been on the move.
He's out every night.
I keep tabs on the guy.
The points.
Likes to have
Every
fun.
night.
Hey, what's wrong with some pints?
Nah.
Nothing, but every night you're out.
That's what they doing.
God bless.
You know,
I'm jealous.
That's
I
what
wish
we
I could be
do.
with
He's in
you.
Queen Village. You can walk everywhere. He's
I
got
know.
a nice
I wish I
location.
could be with you, man. Well, you're in Fishtown.
Yeah, we're not too far. We've been talking about it.
Meet up.
Yeah, we do.
Northern Liberty is like a
You
middle
You
point.
both
Give me in the
got.
middle.
You both got time.
Yeah, we got some time. They're working.
But
me
you're
hard.
busy,
They're
man.
working me hard right now.
Now, Danny D, now at Penn Charter
Yes.
and building the Penn Charter sports programs.
Yeah. So a quick Penn Charter update. It's running. There's new sports that I've never had to, that I've seen maybe professionally or in the Olympics, but in person, water polo is electric.
Oh, dude, I
Water
love watching
polo
water polo.
is electric. Our boys and girls teams are really good.
Is that what is that fall, winter?
It's in the
spring?
fall. It's right now.
Okay.
It is electric.
Dude, they got to be the greatest athletes.
I
Their
would
feet
be-
don't touch the bottom.
I would be gassed after one position.
I know.
They
It's
do 4 quarters. They're going for 12 minutes. There's no real timeouts.
No.
They're just going.
It's amazing.
The stamina endurance is wild.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then another sport that I've only seen on TV or Olympics, field hockey is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. That's highly competitive.
The hand skills of these girls are they'll whip it at you other just to dead it on their stick.
Yeah.
I mean, hockey hands. They're incredibly talented.
Hockey hands.
Yeah, you got to have the mitts. They stop it real quick,
Yeah.
and the plays and the goals. It's really, really cool. So, Penn Charter field hockey doing great. They've been having some good wins. And our cross country team, our girls cross country team, is #1 in the state.
Wow.
We have maybe a couple future Olympians coming up the track.
Yeah.
Really?
We have a girl, Mackenzie, and she broke the 8th grade national record last year for the mile, under 5-minute mile. It was 4:48, and then she did 2 miles in 10:10. So she broke the national 8th grade record. So she's on a trajectory. But yeah, girls sports are doing great. Boys soccer, our boy Bobby D holding it down, having a good, and then football got a big win over the weekend against Blair. So we're rolling. We're trending in the right direction.
Nice.
A lot of good things happening over at Penn Charter. So I'm
That's
excited.
fantastic. All right, let's talk about football and our region, which is rolling right now. Monster game. Speaking of Charlie Falk, young Charlie, the quarterback at St. Joe's Prep, had a day along with another Harrison, Jet Harrison. 4 touchdowns they hooked up with?
4 to each other. So they played the number 3 team in the country, St. Francis, depending on where you look. Let's preface this. They did lose a game, 34-28. So they're right there, lost by a touchdown. Jet and Charlie connected for 4 touchdowns. Jet has now moved up to the 10th player in the country in his class as a sophomore.
Oh, my God.
The number 3 overall receiver. So he's a guy. He's a sophomore, Charlie the junior. Great game, came up short. St. Francis had the number 1 defensive lineman in the country. So he was causing havoc in the backfield. They did get the ball quickly. So St. Francis, elite team from the Baltimore area, but they took down the Prep Saturday night at Franklin Field by a touchdown.
Damn. Wow. Man, they played some tough opponents, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough schedule. It was ambitious, but again, we talk about iron sharpens iron, right? So, yeah, I mean, they'll be ready for the run. Another local team doing great. LaSalle's.
Oh, the bro.
Where's the bro at? I saw him waddling in, the bro.
The bro is all LaSalle up.
Yeah,
down in the chest.
There he is. There's the bro. I know he's hyped right now. 3-0. They have one more game before league play. So they've beat Calvert Hall. They beat Malvern Prep in a thriller. Controversial ending in Ocean City to start the season. LaSalle won by a touchdown. Malvern had the ball late, scored, but it was called back by an offensive holding on the receiver with no time left.
On the receiver?
Yeah, it was like kind of a bubble screen, and receiver grabbed a little bit. It was could have went either way. So Malvern, another really good local team, but LaSalle 3-0. Some rankings have them, creeping into the top 25. Some have them 24, 23. So really great season so far by them. The big showdown will be in 2 weeks or 3 weeks at Franklin Field. Prep LaSalle.
Wow, that's 3 weeks?
3 weeks from now. VG, you want to be down the field? I can make it happen, I think, if you want to make an appearance.
Hang out, man. Well, Roman's pretty good, too, this year, right?
Roman's really good.
Is that a Friday?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Son of a, I thought it was open a Friday night. What happened to Friday night lights?
It's Penn. So this is what happens at the Prep. Like, you're to everyone else's schedule. Because, so they have events going on Friday night. So the only thing available was Saturday night. I plan on going, VG, if you want to go. We'll have a...
No, we know. We'll talk.
Check it out. Yeah. Maybe the bro. I can get him down there if he behaves himself.
I got to
get
see
the bro.
Moscow. We play Saturdays.
I think
the youth play Saturdays.
Yeah.
Like we play, and we're like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it might be a 7:30 though, so you might be able to get there.
Yeah, I'll try.
Roman.
Damn, I want to see that game too.
Roman took a national schedule on this year, which I love stepping outside your comfort zone, and they've traveled. They're 1-2, but they've played some really good teams. So they've played across the country. I think they went to North Carolina, they went to Florida, and then they came back up here. So Roman,
they're like top 10 in the state, I think.
So they're again. I love when the teams go out. So the Prep and Roman
iron sharpens iron.
They don't have the records right now, but they've played top teams in the country.
Yeah,
and I think it'll make them for when it counts for the state championships, and they'll be
dude, that's John
tested.
Chaney philosophy, man. John Chaney, God rest his soul, was at Temple. And he would schedule them all. UNLVs, Dukes. They were Michigan State.
Love it.
You
got it. That's how you test yourself, right? If you're
without
taking
a doubt.
easy wins, right? I'm all for getting a win and playing, but like you really got to test yourself because what matters is the end of the season, right?
Right.
That's what you're trying to work for, and I always believe a nice out of conference schedule is really important because when you get in conference and that's what you're really trying to compete for. You've seen the fastest. You've seen adversity. You're ready to handle all those challenges that come. So,
by the way, one quick note, VG. Danny and I do a show on Fox, National Fox Sports Radio, on Saturday morning. It's early
birds,
but you can catch it on the website. Catch the podcast, download it. It's called Project NIL.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, we're up early.
Yeah, how's that working out for you? You put a damper on your Friday nights?
Was in bed early.
5 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah, VG. It was good though.
You guys tape this at a normal?
We had people interacting with it. People were on Twitter tweeting at us and asking some questions.
Yeah.
We got really good feedback. It was a really cool experience. I was productive. I had like my day done by like 8:30. It was wild. I went to the gym. I ran some errands. Like it was a new world.
Do you guys get like the?
So my day it goes until 8 o'clock Saturday night.
Yeah, you don't stop.
Do you get are there like partiers West Coast? Because it's only like 2 a.m. West Coast.
Yeah, I was surprised. The producers were upbeat. They're on the West Coast. They were bringing energy.
Yeah.
Like, they're talking in your ears, and great producers over there. So it was a really cool experience. Good feedback, I think.
Went by fast.
Went by super fast. We got a lot of great topics. We're gonna have a lot of great guests. Yeah, I think it's something, if you're interested in, youth sports and the ever-changing climate, it's something you should try to check out.
Yeah, again, you can download the podcast.
You download it, and it's on like Spotify. It's on all of them. It's
Yeah,
on all the platforms.
foxsportsradio.com. You can check it out and download it. Question. They changed the portal. They eliminated the spring portal. Did you see this?
No.
Big news coming down yesterday.
It's about time. I mean, I think
You can't have two portals.
because it really puts the coaches and the schools in a tough spot when kids would wait and see where they were, and then they would leave, right? They'd wait and see their depth chart number in the spring, and then they would leave. So I enjoy. Now the next hurdle is changing that portal opening to after the season ends.
Yeah, because I don't want the bowl game. You should have to play in the bowl games.
Yeah, it should be after national championship. Like the
Yes.
day after national championship, it opens. That's when it opens for football. That should be the day. It should be the day after the NCAA
One
tournament.
portal after the national.
After the seasons conclude, right?
Yes.
If they can figure that out next, I think that will help.
You think that's on the table?
I don't know. I hope so. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it makes too much sense, but
I know. I mean,
NCAA.
you're talking about, well, you got to be ready for the spring semester. Come on.
Stop.
Like, stop. But again, now you're acting like it's actually about academics.
Yeah. I mean, you're still going to have this. The second semester doesn't start till after Martin Luther King Day most times, so you still have 3 weeks to figure it out and get kids enrolled.
Right.
They're taking all the classes. They have advisors. They can make it work, right? I mean, it does make it a little bit more challenging. I understand that, but it's super achievable, and it's something that definitely can happen if the right people want it to happen.
Yeah, and you got to do it.
You got to do it. I think it's super important to, the development and trying to rein this in a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it's great that kids are getting paid. I'm so for it, but we have to kind of put some parameters so we can have some little structure.
I read a story about a high school kid that got $2.5 million. I was basketball player. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, basketball is unique because it's not as many, so the numbers are higher than football,
yeah.
right? So like that portal number, you're getting in the millions per year.
Yeah.
You're a top 10 kid in the country. You're getting multi-millions coming in.
Yeah. It will help college basketball because
Yeah.
kids will stay. You're better off staying and becoming a full baked pie and making money. I know that people go, well, you want to try to get in the league early so you can get to your
Get your years going.
Yeah.
To get to the second contract.
Right. But you're making money now.
Yeah, and it's guaranteed. It's right there. Take it. Be smart about it, right? We talked about making sure you get it written the right way, and you have actual people, not just handlers doing your stuff. Make sure you're getting it written out and you're taking care of your money. But that's something we'll talk about more.
Yep. I like it. All right. Coming up.
What we got?
Oh, a treat. Fit Dad CEO, who is one of the great follows. He's our local guy, but he is a talent. I discovered people. I discovered a lot of people in my years.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know talent. Fit Dad CEO is one of the funniest people. Check out his videos. He's on Instagram. Give him a follow. It's definitely worth your time. But let's go to OT, overtime. We're in overtime right now on the show. We love our OT. That's it, baby.
Overtime.
Yeah, overtime. Here we are. All right, let me bring my boy up. Danny D, you're going to love him.
Oh, he's a major influencer. They fly him out to premieres and movies and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ah.
He's really talented.
Might have to get him over a PC. Come in there.
He can help you guys.
Yeah.
He can help you guys out.
Yeah, the project we were talking about,
Yeah.
you better get him. Fit Dad!
Fit Dad.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
How's
bro?
it
You know
going,
what's
man?
funny? You could just say, what's up? I would have laughed. You got this
man.
dry, thing about you that it just works, brother. It just works.
Yeah, I mean that's always kind of been my humor. It's like it can be dry, but sometimes it can be like right on the nose. But it's fun.
Well, I love the fact that we're gonna get you each week. I'm just saying, dude, guy with your talent, man, you gotta come over and hang with us, man. You are too good, and you're a 4 for 4 guy, which is what I love about you.
Well, listen, I want to be on the show just so I can get an intro. I know you didn't get yours yet, but I want to get my intro.
I see the Cossacks are in demand right now, man.
Yeah, get in the queue. I got a long queue, man. I got a lot of work to do.
Cossacks, man. See,
but he did Danny dirty. Danny's been here for a while, and he didn't even have it. What's he doing?
And I'm the manager of his band over here. You know,
Yes.
we gotta get on the same page here, man.
Get together, VG.
If you want, if you want to take your stuff to the next level too, I mean, man, he's a good talent manager. This guy,
Yeah,
he knows people.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. Philly, it's a great time to be a Philly sports fan.
Oh, it's perfect,
Dude, it's a great. All these people, the Phillies lose one game, right? And it's like, oh, Snell, it's the last year all over again. The Eagles, the offense, Petullo. The Eagles are 2-0. The Phillies come off with an epic
2-0. They just beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
They just beat the Chiefs. and I mean, I don't understand this. Like, we beat an emotional Dallas game. Okay, we won that game. We won a Chiefs game where we probably shouldn't have won it, but we did anyway because they just can't beat us. We've broken that team. We've broken Chris Jones. You know what I mean? Chris Jones is showing up in videos whining and screaming about us doing the tush push. They can't do anything else. All they're doing is running the tush push.
You see him on the sidelines? He's dropping F.
That was one of the best.
Yeah.
Figure it out, big dog. You're making $100 million. Figure it out, man.
It's honestly like one of the best times, and just to hear other fan bases, like I don't understand how the rich get richer is what I'm hearing a lot of, and it's like they're winning these games by the skin of their teeth, and it's like, yeah, but guess what? The Chiefs were doing that for the past 2 seasons. Yep. They weren't blowing teams out,
right?
And I don't think that this. I mean, well, I know we'll get into it, but I don't think this Eagles offense is going to stay this way, and I think it starts this week.
Yeah, I think you're right. We were talking about it earlier, where this is the perfect week to throw it. Now, the Rams have gotten bit by Barkley twice last year, bad. You know they're going to try to stop the run. And look, you got a secondary in the Rams that's a weakness, right? Like, you got a corner who A.J. Brown torched last year in Washington. So I expect them to throw it.
It's going to be a big test for Steen. This will be that front four is tough with the Rams.
Yeah. I mean, look, Jared Verse is going to be all emotional. You know, he had his comments after the season. I just love a lot of these early on games because it is getting that emotional high from a lot of these, and a lot of these teams are coming in pissed off that they lost to us last season. Look, with the passing game the way it is in the last 2 games. The only thing that I continue to keep bringing up is in playoff games. The first 2 playoff games last season, we didn't throw for over 150 yards in either one of those games. Okay, we still won, and then we went on in the next 2 rounds to just absolutely dominate these teams, running and passing, and there was nothing that could be done. I think with the Rams coming in, I think our defense is going to get at Matthew Stafford, even though he gets that ball out quick. I think Carter is going to have an absolute monster of a game. And I think we end up injuring Matthew Stafford in this game because he already has that back injury. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I feel like they are going to eat that dude alive. Jared Verse is going to go in there. He's going to get probably 1 sack in this game, okay? We know he's going to want to get his. But I think A.J. Brown goes for 3 touchdowns. And I think he puts up 120 yards. I think he's going to be all the questions. Everyone will be silenced in this game. This is going to be like that Commanders game. The
Fit Dad bringing some confidence here.
Listen.
Right now,
3 touchdowns. Petullo, everyone keeps trying to blame Petullo for this. I get it. He wasn't the play caller last year. He was the guy that was helping the guy calling the plays. Now it's on him to make those adjustments. And I think the Rams think that we're going to come in and run the ball. And I think Jalen's going to throw that ball down their throats so far that they want to go crying back to L.A.
Let's go.
Like it.
I love it.
Let's go.
And listen, I said the same thing last year when it came to the Commanders and it came to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. These teams are so predictable, and especially to start the season. Think about last season, the way it started. The Saints were coming into that game, the 3rd game of the season, I think it was, and they were the Super Bowl contenders going into that the 3rd game of the season. Let's put that in perspective also. the Rams, they're already talking about this team with a 40-year-old quarterback almost and he's going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. But at the same time, one good hit on that guy and he's done. Like his back is not the way it should be.
Yeah.
And I think our defense is going to eat, and I think AJ Brown goes off on that secondary.
Here you go. This is a BetParks Fit Dad special. AJ Brown, 3 or more touchdowns, 70-1.
Lock it in, Fit Dad.
70-1.
Yeah, I like
Cash that. I'll be there Sunday. I'm hyped now, man. You got me fired up, man. I'm locked.
Dude,
in.
lock it in. Lock it in. I think Dotson is going to be a big contributor in this game, and I think AJ Brown's going to be that guy that whenever I think they're going to get the run established very early, and they're going to do a lot of play action in this game, and AJ Brown's going to be the recipient of that.
And I would love to see some play action. Whew.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's a sportsman, man.
That's
you don't get to become CEO by not being a sportsman.
True, that's very true.
He is a sportsman.
Sportsman.
In a big way.
Yeah, love it.
And he's supremely talented. People got to follow you on Instagram, babe. It's too good. Your videos. How long does it take you to do your videos?
Oh, man. I mean, it depends. If it's just like a regular dad joke that I'm doing, I could do that in 15 seconds.
He's been on my feed for like 2 years with his jokes. Like years ago, I saw his jokes pop up.
Yeah. I mean, that's I started doing that in 2000 with the dad jokes. So like that's where people still to this day still know
I've
me.
shared his videos.
They don't
with,
talk
like,
about the
before.
sketches that.
I don't know.
Well, especially with Danny and I, because we're so big in the youth sports, and me as the dad, like all your stuff, like it really resonates. Like I'm kind of like you're kind of playing my character in a lot of ways.
That's what the thing is, and I think that's the second that I got away from this trying to like look like the perfect dad online kind of thing, because that was what the internet started becoming around that time. Is everybody wanted to be like this perfect parent and show their parenting hacks and all this other crap, and I was like, I am not the perfect dad. Like I am not at all. I was like, I make mistakes. I've actually been one of those parents that's been kicked out of a game from a youth sports before. And so I had to learn that lesson very early on, not to be the loudmouth dad. And so all those things, it fits into a lot of what being a parent is. It's you're learning as you go. You know what I mean? Like, and so I just take all of that and I put it into my videos. So those kind of videos, it could take me, an hour to edit those videos, but sometimes it takes me all day, depending on what kind of video it is, just to even shoot it.
Yeah, I love it. Let me know when you need me. I'm in. I want to be in one of them.
Dude, I already told you. I have a youth sports one that I think you'd be great for.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm totally in. You got to see me. Oh God, I'm embarrassed half the time. It's terrible. I manage my kids' careers, youth sports careers, like I'm managing Saquon.
He's also runs.
I'm the same way. I mean, my son's a freshman and he's playing freshman football now, and I'm on the sidelines. The dumbest thing that I do when it comes to youth sports is I'm always talking to my son on the field, and he comes off the field and he's like, "Why are you always pointing at me? I can't hear a word you're saying, right?" And I'm like, he's like, it was yesterday. It was pouring rain during his game, and he was supposed to break down for this one tackle, and he didn't break down, and he went high, and the kid ended up slipping by him. And I'm looking at him on the field, and I'm all the way up in the bleachers, and I'm looking at him going, what are you doing? And he comes over to the sideline. He's like, I don't know what you're saying.
The worst is, right, because I coach it, right? So I'm coaching, so the whole gym can hear me. Massimo, get back! Rotate! What are you doing? I want your body language right.
Oh man.
Shoot the ball.
Yeah, I mean I used to coach his youth football, and watching. It's funny though. It is also awesome too watching him go from where he was with youth sports to where he is now as a freshman in high school. He came off the field at one point, and I was like, he looks like a grown man walking off of that field right now. And I was like, I should probably shut up, especially me who's never played a sport in my entire life.
Oh, that's great.
So good.
You got to do this. I do the chains because Anthony's in high school, right?
That way he can hear them.
So I do the chains. So I'm always the chain gang guy. So, I always tell the other, I do the downs. All right. I'm the down guy.
As an athletic director, I appreciate the chain crew.
Sure.
They're hard to get. No one wants to really always volunteer for them. They got to pay attention. It's a pretty big job. I appreciate you, man. It's a service right there.
You switch the down to 2 to 3.
Sometimes little things slide.
And I do. And the official, I had this official, right? And he was good. Like, he was on top of it. He's like, wait for I give you the signal. I go, dude. I got it. Don't worry about it. He's like, he'll call flag and he'll walk off the yardage, but I'm already down there. Like, I know it's a 5-yard or 10-yard penalty, whatever it is. So I beat him to the spot for the down. And he's like, you got to wait. I'm like, all right, dude. You're not Ed Hockley. Okay.
Well, I want to say too before we go, with the Phillies, you guys know from the very beginning of the season, I've been very critical of this Phillies team.
Yes, you have.
Going into the postseason, and I actually feel that, and I put it in the chat earlier, this team reminds me so much of the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles, because when Wheeler went down, I immediately went, oh, there you go. There goes the season. Trey went on the IR. Boom's getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like I was like, here we go. And then from that moment that Wheeler left, something clicked in this team that I've never seen before. I haven't seen it in a postseason. I haven't seen it in a regular season. They are just resilient is the word. And nothing is going to take this team down. And I do believe that they're going to win the World Series. I do believe that we're going to be
good
the
to
most.
have you back. Don't be an analogy.
I am so excited for this team.
Bader.
Yes. Well, no, I actually think so. I do believe Bader's going to be a big part of this postseason. I think the postseason MVP, and this isn't exactly a stretch to say, Kyle Schwarber has been the regular season, to me, MVP of this team. Bryce Harper will set the record for RBIs in the postseason for this Phillies team.
I smell a
He's
Bryce
heating up
Tober.
too. He's starting to heat up. He's starting to move.
Yeah, I smell a Bryce Tober.
Oh,
yes.
man.
I love it. Fit Dad, you're the man every Thursday.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Love it, buddy. See you, my brother. There he is, Fit Dad CEO.
He had me fired up, boy.
Yeah,
He's great because he was a curmudgeon early in the season.
He was.
Of the season.
He's
Yeah.
back.
It's good to have him back.
He's back.
Feels right.
All right. Back in the day. Back.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back. Back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah.
Facts from the Phillies.
Oh, yeah. Larry.
We're going back to 1903.
Wow.
This day, September 18th, 1903, Chick Frazier throws the Phillies' first no-hitter of the century.
Look at that dude.
Oh,
Losing pitcher was George Peaches Graham, and George Peaches Graham never pitched again in the major leagues.
He looks like he's like 55 years old, that guy.
That's a hell of a stat, though.
Why is it the older guys, the old baseball cards, they were like 23. They look like they were 40.
Tough. They were working since they were 8.
Yeah.
Dude, just people in general.
Yeah.
Like
They were out there working early.
Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Red Fox was like 49.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought he was like 70.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they had tough paper routes, those guys.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do for us. Jules, great
Nice job, Julia.
Great job, Jules.
Jelly. All right, everybody, have a great day. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Go.
We all silly like the mayor.